Hello, what is going on, guys? Welcome to Eagle Free Agency Live Reaction Day 11. Definitely back with another stream today. Very happy to be here with everybody. What's going on, guys? So we have an update on the cap situation right now. It's at $23.1 million. So, guys, it's not enough. It's not enough at all. So I think right now you can kind of look at this free agency and kind of say that, hey, this is probably going to be a slow one for the Eagles. I think we already kind of knew that going into this, so it was nice seeing, some of the other things that did happen. Ohio State's pro day the other day with obviously Olave and hearing Garrett Wilson, be a diehard Eagles fan. And on Twitter, he's been actually liking a lot of Eagles content, and they had a picture of Garrett Wilson in an Eagles jersey, and he liked it on Twitter. And I think he definitely wants to play here. I think he put Nick and Howie on notice on, having respect and, wanting to come and play here. So would love to do it, but it just depends what they're doing here. The signs kind of show right now that they're going after a quarterback. And, if you really take the difference between Carson Wentz and Jalen Hurts and, what moves were made after these quarterbacks were acquired, totally different in my opinion. So it's unfortunate, but, we don't know what's going to happen, and we'll just see. I don't know. We will just see. What's going on, guys? Philly for life. What's going on? Dylan, J Funk, Pirate Buds. What's going on, man? R Gravy. Yeah, I think it's already done, man. I think for Reddick, I think it's already done, bro. ECA says Garrett Wilson or Olave. I'd take Garrett Wilson, bro. I'd take Garrett Wilson. I like both of them. I mean, if they take either or, I think I wouldn't mind either. I wouldn't mind, man. Definitely not. Yo, Larry, what's going on? Would you rather have of Garrett Wilson or Olave? I love Garrett, man. I love Garrett. Burks is definitely up there. Burks is definitely my favorite, but Garrett Wilson and Jameson Williams, it's like my top three guys, top four guys, I would have to say, for this draft right now. You know what I mean? So I think Garrett Wilson has just been one of the many few that we'll see. We'll see what happens. If they go for receiver in the first round, it looks like it because the Eagles aren't spending any money right now. So we're gonna kind of take from it. Carson Wentz gets signed, in 2016. Okay, and obviously after that year, you saw the Eagles going, signing, Torrey Smith and signing Alshon Jeffrey and signing all these players. With Jalen Hurts, we haven't really seen a big jump in, that's why I don't think the Eagles really have faith in Jalen Hurts. I really don't. I don't think they even have faith in him. Obviously, they went after some of these veteran quarterbacks, which they had no chance of getting. And I feel like they're not going after these, they weren't going after big-time free agents. Where they could have went after big-time free agents, and moved money around or do what they have to do, but they didn't do it. You know what I mean? And I think it's a different rebuild around Jalen Hurts than it is around Carson Wentz. I know they drafted Davonte Smith, but that's pretty much it. Quez Watkins is only doing so much for us, and I think he will be better. Pascal is going to be, a number 3, number 4 receiver for us, which hopefully it puts J-Jaw down the totem pole a little bit when it comes to, the draft and everything like that. So, or come down to the wide receivers or whatnot if they draft another receiver. It just really depends at the end of the day, so I'm not really sure. So, it gets kind of crazy. It gets kind of crazy at this point. Mark says, hey, man, the DJ Metcalf trade to the Eagles get a heat up. I'm hoping it happens, man, but I don't know if they're ready to. I don't know if they're adding any weapons. I really don't. This core, and look, Howie has gone the cheap of all cheap with free agency, okay? Pretty much most of the guys besides Hassan Reddick are signed under $2 million a year right now. I mean, it's pretty crazy. Pascali's, he's making 1.1. Boston Scott's making 1.1. I don't know how much Greg Ward's making. I didn't see his contract, but been kind of crazy. If you'll get Garrett Wilson, we will at 24. Did you guys sign a receiver though? Were you trying to replace Amari Cooper? Is that why? Eli says Garrett not making it past 13. We still take Olave though. I mean, whoever. I mean, whoever's available. You know what I mean? I'm fine with whoever's available. You know what I mean? I'm fine with that. George said, I would love Wilson or Olave, but it's just something about Treylon Burks that intriguing. Smitty and Burks. I like Burks a lot from Arkansas. He's like probably my number one guy right now. I do like him a lot. Jalen, what's going on, man? GG, what's going on? I like Burks and Olave, but Wilson are so smooth. Wilson, Smitty is scary. Ken said, would you take Pickens in the second round? That guy is I want to compliment Smith. Sure, like if they don't want to go after a first-round talent and think they can get a guy that's productive in the second round that can be that complimentary piece for Devonte Smith, I'm all for it. You know what I mean? I'm totally fine with that. You might say, I wish someone would love me as much Harry Roseman and Nick Sirianni loves Jalen Rager. Bryce, what's going on, man? Ashford says, could we move Derek Barnett to linebacker? He's actually a really good run defender. I don't even want to resign him, period. I really don't. I think he's not even a cancer to the locker room, but I just think he hurts us more than he helps us in games, and that's just the truth to it all. Brad said, I would resign Nelson, resign McLeod, draft first-round receiver, defensive tackle, safety, rest of the draft defensive depth. I would love it. I would love that. I would love to draft defense in this draft, but is that what the Eagles doing right now? Are the Eagles actually doing that? Or are they going after one of these quarterbacks? Because when you have 3 first-round picks, they barely made any moves. They're not building around Jalen Hurts right now. They're not signing big money to some guys around Jalen Hurts right now. It's kind of scary. You know, it's kind of scary in that aspect. Jake Koch says, what up, Joey? People are already hard on Pascal, but this dude is good and 10 times better than Regular and Whiteside. I believe it. He could be at number 3, number 4. I think he'll be JJ out of his spot. Good blocking, good special teams, and reliable on his catching. And him and Nick are really close, which I'm really happy about. So, you know, Perez says we need to fast forward a month. Carlos says probably the draft for wide receiver. What you think? I hope so. I would go defensive tackle, wide receiver if it's the case. I would go defensive tackle, linebacker. I don't even care. I think they draft defensive tackle regardless. You're going to have to draft defensive tackle because Fletcher Cox is a free agent after this year. Hargrave, hopefully a big re-sign candidate for the Eagles, but is a free agent after this year too. So we'll see. Bobby says Cordell Patterson would have been a cheap option. He resigned Atlanta 2 years, 10.5. Yeah, you know what? That 10.5 is cheap, but is it cheap for the Philadelphia Eagles? Because we haven't signed anybody besides Hassan Reddick. We haven't signed anybody that was over $10.5 million. Okay, Robert Woods was $14 million for the year, and you traded, and team traded a 6th-round pick for him. You know what I mean? So. The Eagles didn't go after DJ Shark, and he was a 1-year, $10 million option. They didn't even go after him. So it's really starting to scare me that this team could move up for a quarterback. I'm not kidding. They're not building around Jalen Hurts. They're not really signing. They're not getting key guys to help Jalen Hurts, and they're not, like they did with Carson Wentz after his rookie year. You know what I mean? It kind of scares me, okay? This is Washington's year for year. Sam says, are we going to sign anyone in free? I don't know. Probably not, man. From what it looks like, probably not. Bobby Wagner's going to be gone. You're looking at, an extension for, DK Metcalf. He wants an extension because this receiver, this is probably one of the most expensive free agencies. This is probably one of the most crazy free agencies when it came to quarterbacks, money wise, and wide receivers get paid a crap ton this year. I mean, crazy this year. So Kokich says that we could sign me for 1.5. He could sign me for $500,000-$600,000 for the year. I'd be fine. I love a safety from Notre Dame, Kyle Hamilton. Yeah, you probably have to move up from probably 7 to 10, 7 to 11 to go get him. And he says something tells me Burks is going to be a bust. I don't know, dude. I don't think so. If it's the combine, I thought he had a really good combine. His 40 time wasn't great. It was like a 4.5, but I think the tape shows a lot more than what we're seeing right now. That was to Joey. What do you think about Jameson Williams at 16? I think him and Smitty, that Bama connection would be nice. Yeah, I mean, I would have loved Calvin Ridley being here because that deal was almost done. I would have loved that deal to happen. Calvin Ridley would have been a really good number 2 for us, and we only gave up rumored to be like a 3rd-round pick for Calvin Ridley, which is kind of crazy. You know what I mean? So Javier says Wilson is best route runner in this draft, but Burks will be the big body receiver we need. Carl says, what up? What's going on, man? They're going to draft a QB in the 1st round, and anyone who thinks otherwise is crazy. J. Fox says our picks aren't as good as a lot of these other teams are sitting on +5 plus picks in the 1st round. J-Dub says a Metcalf and Philly and Wagner to Rams. Heard it here first. Metcalf and Philly. Until I see it, bro, I ain't going to believe it. You know what I mean? I doubt it. I really doubt it. But, we'll see. I'm trying to find out what's going on today. So it looks like the Browns could be cutting Baker Mayfield today. I think that's what's going on as of right now. So I think that's it. I haven't seen anything else today. I think Penn State's pro days today. So we're seeing Jahan Dotson today. Looked really good as pro day today. Those really good routes, crisp routes. Looks really good. So nice to definitely see that. 100%. Nice to see that. Larry says, you think Howie is really going to use all three picks and work on building through the draft since we didn't scoop anyone free agency? No, I don't think they're picking. I think they're still trading back one of those picks. I don't think it makes a difference. So Ron said, hey, Joey, how are you, man? Happy afternoon, bro. You too, man. You too. Hope you're having a good afternoon as well, man. Greg says, Tyler Lindstrom built the O-line. Well, Bobby Wagner's probably going to back to Seattle, or he's going to the Rams. Those are his two. He's ring chasing. I think he's going to be with the Rams regardless. Rather, Umbrella Man still on this team. Vortex says, I think Pickett and Willis will be off the board before 15 and could help us land Garrett Wilson at 15 without trading up. Yeah, if we don't go for a quarterback, I think we have the pick of the litter for wide receivers. Because think about it. I think more quarterbacks are going to be drafted in the top 10, between Corral, Pickett, and Malik Willis now. They could all be top. If they're all top 10, if three quarterbacks or even two quarterbacks are taken in the top 10, the more other positions that are taken, especially, you're going to have edge rushers being taken, everything like that. You have your pick of the litter for, Jordan Davis could be dropping to us. You could have any of these receivers be dropping to us as well. So we'll see. Colin says, hey, Joey, can the draft just get here already? I'm so excited to see who we get. NFL World says, per source, I'm being told the Philadelphia Eagles have discussed a few trade scenarios with the Seattle Seahawks involving wide receiver DK. Bro, where is that at? Where is that at? Dude, I'm telling you right now, if they actually are able to get him, I don't know where you found that news out because I haven't seen that at all. I'm telling you, that would be nuts. That would be absolutely crazy. We got a new member to the Shake Squad Army, Benny Boom 68. Dude, I appreciate you joining up. Let me check what's here. To the Shake Squad Soldier, thank you so much, man. You're gonna love it here. We do with the memberships. We have draft, highlight reactions, miscellaneous videos, things I can't upload on YouTube as well. So we do all that kind of stuff. So you're interested in that, description below. The link is there. I like Drake at wide receiver. I don't like Drake London, man. I mean, I like him for a certain aspect. He is. I like him certainly for, good contested catching. He's got good speed, not elite speed, but I'm not really a big fan of Drake London too much. You know what I mean? Benny, what's going on, man? Appreciate it, bro. Much love, man. Thank you so much. Colt B says NFL World. Eagles on the top of the cap in the bag rumors. The Seahawks are not training DK and the Eagles aren't training for DK. I don't know. I haven't seen that around. Joey, are you ready to trade 15-19 jump Carolina to get Willis? Mentally brace yourself. Yeah, I'm bracing myself right now, man. I'm I kind of listened to Philly.500 and he told me the whole thing about obviously how he was building around, how the difference is what they did with Wentz, the difference of what they did with Hurts after they drafted him. So I get the differences and obviously building around Carson a lot more. We haven't really seen a build around Jalen Hurts at all this year. And look, guys, even if they didn't have the cap, they could have made it work out with some players. They went after Marcus Williams for a big deal, 5 years, $70 million. So it's not like they weren't trying to go after a big name. I think they took a shot, and that was pretty much it. But this is mediocrity, man. This is a mediocrity preseason. It's a mediocrity free agency. And I think it's going to be even worse going down the road. I don't think it's going to be – I don't know. The Eagles aren't going after anybody, so it kind of sucks. ECA says DK Metcalf shot down the trade to the Chiefs. I highly doubt he is coming to Philly. Larry says, what are your thoughts on upgrading at the running back position like a power back? I would love a new power back. Look, I love Jordan Howard, but I just feel like they just don't use him when they need to use him. And he's been injured a couple times too, so I don't know. I would love to get Walker out of Michigan in the mid rounds if they can get him. I haven't looked at too many running backs. Walker and maybe I forgot the other guy I looked at. I got to look back at it, but Dave, I agree, Joey. For some reason, USC receivers usually don't pan out well. I don't like, I mean, obviously with Nelson Aguilar coming from there, yeah. CJ says, so you have a possession receiver in the league. Height doesn't always translate unless you're Megatron. And look, I think he has really good speed. I just don't think he has anything elite speed. And I think I might eat my own words because he might play well in the NFL. He might play really well. So Craig says, how do you feel about trading for a Barkley? We need to go back to the LaShawn McCoy days for Barkley. I mean, I don't know, man. He's coming off an ACL injury, and you're gonna have to trade for him. I think. I think you have to trade for him. I don't know if he's a free agent or whatnot. I thought he was, but you might have to trade for him. Cody says David Bell could be a steal in the mid rounds if he's there, complete receiver. ECA says he's shot down Patrick Mahomes. He ain't coming to the Eagles. Yeah, if he shot down KC, he's definitely not going anywhere. I don't think he's going anywhere unless he has some soft spot for the Eagles. And unless the Eagles are willing to pay him a lot of money and say, hey, we're going to pay him a big bag, that's a different story. So Terry Gang said 15 Jordan Davis, 16 Jermaine Johnson, 19 Olave. I like that. I'm totally fine with that. Even though I think they're not picking 3 guys in the first round, I would love that. Got a defensive end, get a defensive tackle, get a defensive end, and get your receiver to pair up with Davonte Smith. Fantastic. Benny says, I watch your videos every day. I love your work you're doing. Hey, Benny, I appreciate it. I know you've been around, man. I don't know if I've seen you in the chat in a while, so maybe you have been here. I just haven't noticed. There's a lot of people you see certain people come in usually. Appreciate it, Benny, a lot, man. Thank you for watching everything, man. Ron says, Joey, and would you prefer Garrett Wilson or DK? I would get Garrett Wilson, man, just because you could draft him. It's not going to cost you anything. It's going to be a cheaper deal than DK. DK's going to want an extension. I would love to draft a guy. I really do. Gary says, hey, did you go after a big receiver? Hey, did go after a big receiver? Yeah, they went after Calvin Ridley. You know what I mean? Daniel says, I'm going to be heat if the rumors are about Honey Badger going to Miami are true. I said a week ago that Miami was going to do funny stuff with all that money, and they're going for it now. Yeah, we'll just see how much it's going to work out. Melvin Gordon's definitely free if they want to get him. The Chiefs and Green Bay have inquired. He's a favorite wide receiver: Jameson Williams, Christian Watson, Chris Olave, and Garrett Wilson. I'd be very happy with all of them. I'd be perfectly fine with any of those guys. Everywhere report, Texas grand jury considering another charge against Deshaun Watson stemming from an accident in 2020 where Watson is accused of it. Oh my God, are you kidding, dude? That's nuts. That guy's crazy. I don't know how Calvin Ridley is suspended for a year. All this is going on with Deshaun Watson. I mean, he wasn't charged with anything. You know what I mean? But there's still things. That's what scares me about for the Browns. Like, what if something pops back and he gets, he's going to get suspended regardless. He'll get suspended. Maybe 5-6 games. I don't know. I'm understanding Bryce Hall to replace Jordan Howard. Theo Hall says, Howie got one damn job. Stay away from USC and Ohio State receivers. Olave, Wilson in London. That means Treylon Burks or Jameson up on them Eagles. Vincent says, how different is the offseason? Really didn't download FanDuel and Howie signs Reddick Williams and trade for Reddick. Dude, they would have signed both of these guys. They would have had both. They weren't going to get one or the other. They were going to have Hassan Reddick. They would have had Calvin Ridley. Apparently, it was a third-round pick. A third-round pick. You couldn't even really complain about it. Really, you can't even complain about it at this point. You know what I'm saying? Crazy, though. Vicar says Watson is now the Browns' problem. That is true. Rod from the VX says 172 in here and 29 likes. Hit the like button. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, Rod. Hit the like button if you guys haven't, guys. Much love to everybody. Yo, Easy Money, what's going on? How'd you like Matt Corral the other day? Jay, I actually did not watch this. I forgot to watch it last night. I was so tired last night. Jay Funk said, I think we were thinking far ahead of the draft. Everyone we are looking at most likely will be gone. CH says, so Saquon, my New York Giants will give him up for 2 cans of turkey chili and an 8th round pick. So he's got no value. No value. Watson going to get arrested mid-game. Benny says, I heard that the Eagles are looking for a receiver from Ohio State. How do you feel about that? I'm fine with Olave I'm fine with Olave or Garrett Wilson. I'm totally fine with either or of these guys. I'm totally fine. Either or. I'm good with it. You know what I mean? Colin B with the super chat. Appreciate it very much, man. He says trade for DK or draft Garrett Wilson. That's it. Yeah. I think you trade for DK or you go after one of these two guys, dude. And Garrett Wilson put both of these guys on notice. So here's what happened with Garrett Wilson. Just to give everybody for people that aren't on Twitter all the time and don't know what's going on half the time, you know. So Garrett Wilson said, okay, Garrett Wilson grew up a diehard Eagles fan. It would be a dream to play for them. Wilson describes his meeting with Nick Sirianni as amazing, insightful, says his favorite players growing up were Michael Vick and Deshaun Jackson. Okay. So Wilson says Eagles have paved the way for black quarterbacks to look up to, like Vic, Cunningham, McNabb. Being a young dude in a quarterback family, I grew up as an Eagles fan and made sure I told Sirianni and Roseman that. So he's putting Sirianni and Roseman on notice, like, you know, this is where I come from, and you know, hopefully this intrigues you a lot more about me. So Garrett Wilson talked about Devonte Smith as well, said he was the best receiver I've ever seen person during 2020 national championship game. He's a freaking dog. Us two together, man, we would cause some problems on the field. So I love it. I love it, man. I love it. So that was Garrett Wilson. I mean, that was a good meeting right there. And that was a really good meeting, and kind of put Howie and I almost said Doug, and Nick on notice for that. So, which was like my favorite interview so far. Now, they did interview Olave as well. So 2022 NFL draft prospect, Ohio State wide receiver Chris Olave, potentially teaming up with Davonte Smith on the Eagles. Man, that would be huge. Him winning the Heisman, I could learn a lot from him. We're the same age. I feel like we'd be a great tandem. We'll see how it shakes. So there's a lot of good things to take away from both of these players, in Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave. And look, I know there's a lot of people that think Ohio State receivers don't work out. So sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I don't know what happened there. Big Chris, what's going on, man? Says Pascal will set the edge in our run game. Oh, definitely, because his blocking is definitely one of the best. So I can see it. I mean, it says, what do you think if we get 19th pick and third and fourth rounder for Carolina pick and draft the safety from Notre Dame? Santa says, how do you feel about USA undrafted USFA starting Howie Roseman to be jealous of the Philadelphia Stars received to go over 1,000 yards? Yeah, I don't know. Brad says, I think that's Stephen Jones' answer prayers. Big Chris is easy. Corral pot a rocket arm draft status is dropping by the minute. So how is his pro day? Was Corral's pro day really bad, or was it good? Or did his arm, like, you know, wasn't as big as everyone thought it was? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Darius says we don't have a top 10 wide receiver, running back, QB, linebacker, strong safety, everything. How are we pressed for money every year? Because, like, we locked up a lot of players last year. If you guys remember, we locked up Avonte Maddox and Jordan Mailata, you know, Dallas Goedert. We locked up all these other players, and that's pretty much what happened. Yo, Elliot Petoskey, what's going on, man? Eugene says, if the Rams get Wagner, sheesh. It's going to happen, bro. Wilson is a beast. I can definitely see him and Smith together. Craig says that you like the running back for it out of – dude, I've only looked at Kenneth Walker out of Michigan. I mean, that's probably the only guy I've really looked at because I haven't looked far into running backs yet. He says we got run because Jalen can't throw. Mission International says he had a great arm coming off injury. We have Mason said, I thought Corral did well in his pro day, but I'm also not a pro scout. Well, you know, I mean, neither. You know what I mean? Like, I'm wrong. I'm wrong every single year about players. So I get it, man. I get it. Brad says also lots of dead cap hits are why we don't have too much cap. $34 million in dead cap. We still owe players money right now. Like, look, he got us 3 first-round picks. You know, we got under the cap this year. We had to lock up players that are going to count for this year. So now with the Philadelphia Eagles, okay, they have a lot of dead cap and look, to compare, I think they're the third or fourth worst team in dead cap. I think, you know, the Falcons are probably the number one team in dead cap right now because they just, even with $40 million for Matt Ryan and they only wanted a 3rd round pick for him, is ridiculous. And I actually watched the fan react to their press conference and said that they want to do right by Matt Ryan. And it's like, dude, you have to look out for your team. And I understand you have respect for Matt Ryan, but you're taking on a $40 million dead cap hit, and you're going to eat all that money up, and you're only going to acquire a 3rd round pick for Matt Ryan. That's just ridiculous. I mean, I thought that was a ridiculous trade from the start. Hence why we redid Fletcher Cox's deal, saving $2.1 million. The dead cap went from 40 to 12, and the Eagles don't have to pay 18 towards the cap. So they were able to find the loophole to get out of that as well. Vince says, I think Wilson is going top 5, and we have to trade up for him if he fell. Let's see. Kilo says Jordan Davis and Garrett Wilson will be hard to get together, one or the other. Yeah, but I think one of them is definitely going to drop down, or both of them could drop down to us. I don't know, but we'll see though. Kevin says, I would like to take a shot on Pickett. Texas, finally a player who wants to come to the Eagles, and Eagles probably won't get him. that wants to come here badly. And Garrett Wilson, I think, was one of the best route runners in this draft. Nathaniel Hall. Pascal has drastically fixed the Rager, JJ issue the wide receiver 3 spot. They still need that 1A, 1B to Davonte they missed in free agency, which is what you want in a vet, but the draft or trade is still there. Mr. National says he did great, Joey. Don't listen to them. Coro says, well, who is the best deep threat in the draft? Deep threat? Oh, I don't know. Like all speed and like you're just talking about deep threat in general, vertical speed. That's a Dallas Goedert is definitely a top 10 tight end. Let's be 100%, dude. No, it's definitely. I think he's going to get better. Crowd may pick it look like a stud. Oh, yeah, it says winning isn't everything. As long as you could be thankful for being alive and well, you can view yourself a champion. That's more important than a Lombardi trophy. Rings don't make you a champion. Yeah, I get it. No, definitely not. But everyone's here to win a Super Bowl at the end of the day. Joey, what's on word on ankle of Jalen? Mum's the word on it's from team. He had surgery. Jalen had a lot of work to do for the next. Well, nah, dude. It's like that's the problem with Jalen Hurts. He had ankle surgery, so he's not going to he'll be ready by OTAs, but he's not going to be doing anything before OTAs. That's the problem. And if they are cautious with him and don't give him reps, he's going to look like crap beginning of the season. They have to at least put him in for like 2-3 series first preseason game. Because our guys, remember, we have 3 preseason games next year. They put him in for 3 series first game, put him in as a dress rehearsal game for the second preseason game, make that the dress rehearsal, and put him in for like 2-3 quarters. And then the last game, you just sit him. They can't rely on these stupid scrimmages for anything. They can't. Like, it helps, but he's not getting tackled. He's not getting pressured. I mean, it's just maybe pressured a little bit, but they're letting him throw the ball every single time. So, Godspeed says, do you think we should pursue Devontae Parker? It's affordable, okay? But the issue with him is that, he is, injury prone a little bit. He's not going to cost that much. It costs like $8.7 million, 8.6. So it's a good contract. He only costs $8-something million this year, $9 million next year. So really, it is affordable. But do the Eagles want to, put a lot of stock into him? You have to trade a pick on top of it. Do you want to really give up a 4th, 5th round pick for him? Is he the same receiver as he used to be? You can get a better option and you can get a better option in the draft. So. Sure, I don't think he made more than a drop passes out of the 100 throws. Frank says Howie's best free agent signing was his own self. Congrats. Oh, that's probably true. Because I like running back Hassan Haskins from Michigan, 20 touchdowns last year in good size. Johnny, because I think we'll leave it in the draft. A couple of receivers. Hopefully, we take George Pickens with the 2nd or 3rd. We don't have to take 1 first round. No, we don't, because receivers go well into the 2nd round. Well into the 2nd round. Craig Miller says, what's the market for on Juju for a wide receiver? Well, he's already with the Chiefs, man. They're making him the number 1 receiver with the Chiefs after they trade Tyreek Hill to Miami, which if that's their answer, they just got worse by that trade. And that signing made them worse. Juju not being there Juju being there or not being there makes them worse, regardless. You know what I mean? Hardman's probably going to be their number 1 receiver now. Hardman's like the only one left, really, at the end of the day. I know the Patriots are trying to trade for a receiver right now, so everyone wants a receiver right now. QJ said, Joey, are you going to sign a kicker, a punter, a long snapper with our 3 first? Yeah, right. Marquis says, Derek Stingley is a must-get player. Kevin says, Pickett will ball out the league. NFL word said, with pass rusher is off the board first. Probably Aiden Hutchinson. And then it's going to be Kayvon Thibodeau. Then it's probably going to be, it might be Trevon Walker next. And then Jermaine Johnson. And then Karlaftis. I don't know. Aiden Hutchinson is definitely number 1 guy off the board. Mason says Haskins and Robinson could be nice picks later on. Argray says Juju signed with the Chiefs. George, what's going on, bro? He says, hey, Joey, do you see them on NFL Network talking about they hope that NFL is Washington versus Eagles week 1 because of what? That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping it's Wentz versus Hurts, Washington versus Philadelphia in Philly at the Link, Monday Night Football. That's what I want. That is what I want as of right now. That's what I'm praying and hoping for as of right now. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But appreciate everybody coming to the chat right now. We have 250 in the chat. Much love to everybody that joined the stream today. If you guys haven't subscribe to the channel. We cover the Eagles every single day. If you guys haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. Just help out the channel out a lot. We are trying to, we're just doing streams every day. We're kind of going through free agency, going through the moves of what Harry Roseman is going to do before the draft and just seeing what's happening. You know what I mean? So I'm really excited about it. I'm pumped about it. And I think we're ready to go, man. We're ready to go for this. We're definitely ready. Definitely ready. He mentions Pickett and Kirk Cousins at best has a weaker arm. Most likely won't get Cousins. Cousins is more of a next year move if Hurts doesn't work out. I'm saying if they have Hurts, that's the issue, man. That's the issue, because if Hurts doesn't work out, if they don't jump on this, and look, I understand the reason them going after a quarterback right now, because if they already know that if Hurts is not the guy, then why not make a move now? Why wait a whole year? And I understand that. Okay, I definitely understand that. Am I a fan of getting a quarterback this year? No, I'd let Jalen Hurts play for another year and then trade one of your first round picks back and get a quarterback for next year. I understand why they're doing it. Okay, because really at the end of the day, you give quarterbacks time. Certain quarterbacks you give time. Certain quarterbacks, by the damn eye test, you cannot go further than what you're looking at. If Jalen Hurts is making the same repetitive mistakes when it's the anticipation on throws, has no arm, has no accuracy, and it's, he has a great mentality. That's the only plus thing. I wish we had Jalen Hurts's mindset or mentality in Carson Wentz. And that was the one thing that I really liked about Jalen Hurts. Though it sucks at the end of the day for us, because now we're in like a standstill right now. Like, what are we going to do? I have no idea. I wish I had an answer, but I don't. You know what I mean? It sucks to even think this way, but I can understand why they're going after a quarterback this year, if that's even the move. Christian Bradshaw, so let's say we need a draft a QB as a safety net near the second, third rounds. We could do that. Big Chris says, I don't know what you're watching. Easy. Nathaniel says Eagles got 25 million cap, 23.1, dude. We have 23.1 cap space. It was updated today. I saw it today, 23.1. But still got over 40 million dead cap. That tells us why penny pinching using Jalen rookie deal to fix the past issues and hoping he overachieves a little help. I don't know if he's going to overachieve, bro. I don't think he's going to achieve anything this year. I don't know. I'm hoping he does. You know what I mean? I'm hoping he does. But, they can't, look, you give QBs time, but if he can't do the things that he should, the throws that he should make, that's the issue that I'm having with Jalen Hurts right now. George says, Jameson Williams says, Jeremiah says, can we get Landry deal done? Yeah, probably not going to happen, bro. Corral Prody, I was like, nothing special. Not even a first round QB. Texas Olave, probably the best deep threat. Kevin Jones says, so what's that make Hurts? Big Chris Pickett will go in the first round. Corral will not, period. Kevin says, I'll bet Pickett ends up better than Hurts. Joe Bro said Jameson Williams is the biggest deep threat. All the reporters said that it wasn't injured. He could have ran a 40. It would have been the fastest. Faster than a 4.21? It would have been faster than a 4.21? Oh, yes. I remember getting sixth place in my high school all the time. I felt like a winner regardless. Jake Sub does, if we get a QB, I hope it isn't the fourth round and someone like Carson Strong. I wouldn't mind picking Carson Strong in the third, fourth round. You know what I mean? I'd be fine with that. Newsom says, best deep threat, Jameson Williams. John says, Joey, I think Gannon going to Georgia's pro day that we're getting either wide or Jordan. That's what I'm thinking, man. Like, I think they go after defensive tackle more than defensive end. He used to be defensive end because now Fletcher Cox's new deal and all the things that did, now you have Javon Hargrave's a free agent, which I think he'll definitely re-sign, maybe a little short-term deal. And, Fletcher Cox is definitely gone after this year. I mean, he's gone, $14, $15 million for the year. So I think it's definitely possible. They also Corral stock has drastically dropped. In my eyes, it's less to do about him, more to do with free agency and trades that's been going on. And ain't enough desperate teams left for a QB. There's plenty of teams desperate for a quarterback right now. The Falcons are desperate for a quarterback. They signed Marcus Mariota, but he's a short-term guy as of right now. You have Carolina that is, wanting to sign Cam Newton, but might not, and is not going after any veteran quarterback right now. Baker Mayfield is off the table right now, so that's another team that's available. The Steelers are still looking for a quarterback right now. Don't matter if Trubisky is there and Dwayne Haskins is there as the backup. They're still looking for a quarterback. There is still a lot of desperate teams out there. It doesn't matter who they signed. Like, some guys are just short-term answers. Trubisky, they signed just because, hey, the Steelers signed Trubisky because they had really no choice. They didn't want to give up that many draft picks. I understand that. I understand why. I get it. You know what I mean? I get it. And it says, how is it up for you to think Eagles have to move to get Sauce? If I could get him at 15, a third, and a fifth, I would do that in a heartbeat. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't get for 3 picks to get him. I mean, I don't know. I think they're going after corner in the first round. I mean, really, the signs don't really show they're getting a cornerback. To me, I think they're going to sign a veteran old cornerback. That's what they're going to do. They're going to increase his pass rush. If they don't go after quarterback, obviously, I think they'll increase his pass rush. They'll sign Xavier Rhodes, Patrick Peterson, or resign Steven Nelson. I think those are your 3 options free agency-wise. I think that's what you get. You know what I mean? Easy Money says, Corral threw 60 yards, staying still like Herbert Pro Day. Watch both on YouTube. Hurts can't do that with all of his effort into it. Wayne says, y'all want every free agent like these guys don't have their own choice. The teams in a building homegrown players. Yeah, I understand that. Definitely. We're just saying that what's really available. You know what I mean? There's some guys, like if someone's available that we need at a position, we could talk about it. I mean, it doesn't mean we're going to get the player, but Mark said how he shops at Burlington clearance rack. Pretty much. I mean, every player that besides Hassan Reddick, he signed Pascal to under 1.3 million. Boston Scott to under 1.3 million. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy when you think about it and you say, wow, this should be a little bit. It should be a little bit more than that. You know what I mean? It should be a little bit more than that, but we'll see. Text says, I don't want Parker. I want a rookie. I don't care if Wilson, Burks, Olave, even Williams. Oh, yeah, it says the Patriots are just as much winners as the Browns. Why effort? The town hall said Malik will go the same spot as Justin Fields around 8 to 12, and Pickett will get picked at the end of the first round. Benny Boom says, what if I'm afraid of signing Zach? Might take snaps from Quez because Howie wants Rager to start at wide receiver. That's what I'm afraid of, Benny. That's what I'm afraid of. Having Pascal, right? Even though he's a good, I like the signing a lot. Don't get me wrong. I think it's a good signing for the Eagles. I think it helps JJ get knocked down the totem pole a little bit on the depth chart. But at the same time, I'm really hoping to God that Quez Watkins snaps aren't taken away by Jalen Reagor, because if they are, it's going to be a big problem. I'm going to have a big problem with it. No joke. If you take snaps away from him, dude, Reagor better show the hell up this year. We can't control what they do, but he better show the hell up. Whatever players on the field I support, regardless if I hate them or like them, I will always root for these guys regardless. Reagor, he stinks, but, maybe I don't know. I don't trust Howie's judgment because he apparently saw something in J.J. Arcega-Whiteside the past couple of seasons. Remember J.J. going into his second year, and he was like, oh, look at his catching, and look at he's got a lot faster, and he was just giving excuses for all of these receivers. I'm just tired of it, man. I'm just tired of it. Corral stock has not dropped. You guys sound like casual scouts wanted to see his ankle was healthy, and it was. He also threw 60 yards standing, still like Justin Herbert. Big Chris, Pickett helped his draft. Corral did not. He's crashing 4th or 5th round, my guess. Oh, yeah, it says you should get a trophy for an effort. It means you tried as well. Yeah, I've had plenty of those before, trust me. Andrew Morum says Justin Ross is worth a flyer in the 4th or 5th. Manuel says, what if we trade a 19th pick, a 3rd and a 4th rounder for Carolina for their pick so we can get Kyle Hamilton? I think if you move up from 7 to 10, you'll get Kyle Hamilton. I think you'll be able to get in the clear of that. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get through this chat as fast as I can, guys. It's going crazy right now. Brand says, yo, Joey, what's going on, man? What's going on? Easy Money says, I don't care about pro days. Eagles that you're juiced up about accurate passing against no defense. Let's see. Twin says, hey, Joey, did the Eagles schedule release yet? I know the draft didn't happen, but who's our opponent for this season? The opponents came out, but like week to week schedule probably will be out next month. Texas, I wanted Burks, but now that Wilson wants to come here, I really want that to happen. I really want these guys to come now. I want Garrett Wilson to be an Eagle, like now. I really do. If it's not Treylon Burks, I want Garrett Wilson to be here. I care about tape QB play and arm talent. Polly says, Joey, are we signing another free agent? Or, dude, I don't think so, dude. I don't. That's just me, though. I don't think so. DK, who cares about Colin Kaepernick? Dude is 100% bust. If he was good, he would be playing. He hasn't played in what was it, six seasons? Like, he hasn't played in a while. So, Wayne says, Hurts will be better. You'll lose track of your own players getting better. These dudes are young. Yeah, but, dude, like, Hurts is not – Hurts is one of those guys where, like, if he doesn't have it, you know he doesn't have it. It's really – he can't anticipate throws. He can't fit a ball into a tight window. He can't scan the field. He can't go through his reads. He can't go through his progressions. You know, he only rolls out to his right. Like, there's stupid crap that he does, like, that quarterback should know coming out of a draft. And that's why, and guys, he's a second-round pick. He wasn't supposed to be the starting quarterback, guys. He was supposed to be the backup. That's what he was supposed to be. Because Howie Roseman wanted to draft a quarterback and try to get these guys to get him to be, just that, this stupid quarterback factory that we keep bringing up. Old man said, look up Carson Strong deep ball. Big Chris, I didn't see much arm talent in his pro day. Andrew said, I like Olave. If Garrett Wilson generally wants to be Philly, he's a must get. Hard to find wide receivers that really want to be an Eagle. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And obviously Garrett Wilson comes from a football family too, which is great. I mean, I know Rager does too, but not like that matters. But forget what I just said there. So I think he put Howie and Nick on notice in that too. He's like, I'm part of a football family, like, and I get he's got those guys that want to play for their home, like want to play for their favorite teams. They put in so much more effort in what they want to do. They want to put in so much more effort. And I know Garrett Wilson I watched his whole pro day. He looked so good. He looked real loose, very twitchy. He came back for a sideline catch, but I didn't think he was going to get. And he had to, he came back like another 5-6 yards and caught it. Looked really good. Craig says Malik Willis can throw on a dime deep ball on Gem. He probably a dark horse sleeper. Juan says, I think Jalen Hurts will overachieve. Trust me. Blackline says, we getting Garrett Wilson. That's what I'm hoping, dude. I'm hoping Garrett Wilson's the man. QJ Smith said, who's worse, Giants fans or Cowboys fans? 100%. And where are Pickens, Accuracy, and good play for fifth year? You guys are going to be fighting about Corral versus Pickett. I can't wait till this draft is over. And then you guys are like, oh. Andrew said, I hope Hurts bombs. The Eagles go 116 next year with no dead cap from Wentz or Cox. The Eagles get a QB stud and have a boatload of cap space. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, 1-16, that's probably not going to happen, but we'll see. Walker, weaker conference, whatever. You have to be able to make throws. He wasn't throwing wide open receivers all day. He picked Clemson's at GD's defense apart. Let's see here. Brand says, I go to college with Carson Strong. I've been to all his games. He's nothing better than a solid backup quarterback. Tex says, who should be worried about getting Wilson ahead of us? I don't know. It could be really anybody that needs a wide receiver, like really bad. Depends what's on the board that's left. You know what I mean? I think with the Philadelphia Eagles, they have a huge chance to get one of these guys. I think, look, like, every time I mention a player, he's not going to be there. Somebody's going to be there. Bro, somebody's going to be there. Olave or Garrett Wilson will be there at 15. I don't care who it is. Somebody will be there. Yeah, Mechie's in this draft. He should be drafted in the second round. So, Chris, Hargrave, Davis, Cox, Reddick, let's go. Yeah, I'm excited for this defensive line. They still need to add more pieces, though. It's not enough. I want more. Mariota is signed. Yeah, 2 years. Benny said, let's keep it real, everybody. When you talk QBs, either you got it or you don't. You got to see if Hurts can lead this team. This year is his last chance to prove himself. Like, you can give any quarterback as much time as you want. You could draft Matt Corral in the third, fourth round if that's the case, and give him as much time as he wants. But if you don't see any flashes and you don't see, there's only a certain amount of time you give quarterbacks. If you can't even make the simple throws as a quarterback coming into the NFL, it's a problem. You're missing wide open guys constantly every game. It's a problem. When teams know that Jalen Hurts can't read a defense, it's a problem. It's a problem. Yo, RC, what's going on, man? Rowan Kelly, what's going on, bro? Tex says, why is he talking about not winning? Why the fuck should we not? Want to win. Craig says, why does Howie have a bad track record with star receivers? I don't know. George Stephon Gilmore is still out there. He's in the same age as Patrick Pearson. Xavier Rhodes just depends on what you want if you go outside, go on that route, because he's going to cost more money. Like Stephon Gilmore is just going to cost more money, period, than Patrick Pearson, Xavier Rhodes, guys like that. That's why Howie's looking at these other guys, because they're cheap options. And there's other teams bidding for him. Like there's teams going to be bidding for him, and it's going to be a lot of money probably. He's not going to get J.C. Jackson money, but he's going to be more than a top tier, a mid tier contract. I believe that. Vince, I love Boots Jr. Find out how weird all these people want us to draft all linemen, but no DBs. I don't think they're drafted because they're not really showing any signs that they're drafting a cornerback, to be honest. I don't think they're drafted. If we already seen that Patrick Pearson is interested in coming here, we already saw the Eagles were in the mix for Xavier Rhodes. That hasn't happened yet. I'm telling you right now, guys, like it could happen. It could happen. They're showing Steven Nelson hasn't been signed yet. So he hasn't signed any team yet. So it's making me believe that they're going after a veteran, an older veteran cornerback, than really going to this draft and getting an Andrew Booth Jr. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. They're not trading up for Sauce. I just don't believe it's going to happen. Tony said just to get BG back on the field would be a serious upgrade for what we had. Yeah. I mean, not even that, but you get it from a leadership standpoint, a voice standpoint. The energy you get from Brandon Graham really pumps up the guys too. So getting Brandon Graham back, now he's coming off an Achilles injury. So we got to see what he does this year. I'm not necessarily care about the sacks that he gets, but he's got to be disruptive. You know what I mean? Chris Nace, what's going on, bro? 5-star says we can't pull for Rager. He stinks. If he starts, we really have no choice. You know what I mean? I'm going to pull for him if he starts or if he gets in the game, but not like I'm going to yell at him or whatnot. So John says that's who the Eagles should have gone after, Andrew Bieniemy. Yeah, but Bieniemy didn't want to go anywhere. That's the problem. Like Bieniemy went out and Bieniemy didn't really. I don't think the Eagles even. I don't think they. I don't even think they had an interview set up with him. To be honest with you, I don't know if he'd be a good head coach. Who knows? I don't know. Andrew says Rager would have a tough time getting separation in Pop Warner. Mike says the fake slide by Pickett though. Who needs big hands when you got quick legs? Exactly. Keep on Sliver says personally I don't like Hurts. I think his personality, but his skill hurts. Cameron says, I wouldn't mind Garrett Wilson to be an Eagle, but I really love to have all defense with those picks. Yeah, definitely. I mean, just drafting one receiver is not bad at all, man. Like, you still can get you can still get two other prime starters in the first and second round, regardless. And if you trade back that 19th pick, I would ask to get a second round pick for this year. And then you can have four good starters. You know what I mean? So we'll see. Nathaniel Hall says that getting rid of Rager, they keep piece of the issue from last year and what they project to be going forward is lack of effectiveness, a pivotal role. It's what's holding the offense back. Fox said, Joe, you need to look at Hurts film. He could put it in tight window for sure. No, I don't think he can. Like, what tape are you looking at? Because I would have to take a whole day to get up all these videos and all these clips of Hurts being able to throw to wide open guys or guys that are open. Devonte Smith 1,000,000 times in tight window. It's hard. Look, Devonte Smith is one of those receivers where he's either going to be wide open or he's going to be in one of those tight window stunts where you got to have that second to throw that pass. His first instinct, Hurts doesn't have that first instinct on a pass. Like if he sees it, he doesn't throw it. And that's just the truth to it all. Rocky says Jonathan Gann at Penn State's Pro Day. Hopefully looking at Jaquan Brisker. Definitely. Benny Boom says Joey Shakes was the GM of the Eagles. Joey trying to win now or for the future? I'm trying to win for the future, bro. I'm trying to win for the future. You know what I mean? You got to build your team. You got to build your team. We might not have the right quarterback right now. Who knows? But I would try to build, man. Keep Jalen Hurts for this year and just build around. That's what I would have done this year. James said, who do you think we go first round pick with our pick, Stingley, Wilson, or Lloyd? I think you go Wilson. I think you do. I think you go Wilson. I would love them to get a linebacker regardless. Stingley, I think April 6th is going to be LSU's Pro Day, so we're going to see what he does. We'll see. John said, yeah, Joe, I agree with you. I would either way till the second round to get a QB. Howie needs to focus on defense. I never said get a quarterback in the second round. All I'm saying is that they can get I'm saying they can get started. I can get started. They can get started for defense in the second round as well. I never said getting a quarterback in the second round. I don't want to draft a quarterback in the first or second round this year at all. Period. I don't. Joey for GM 2022. I wish. Eric Bryce is great, but he's a bit small. CJ Stroud has an ideal size. Old man from Polar Guy says, Joey, would you rather have Patrick Mahomes as quarterback or Jordan Davis, DK Metcalf, and Aaron Donald as their rookie deals? I would do Jordan Davis, DK Metcalf, and Aaron Donald. Because really, what we're having an issue with right now is building around, and they haven't built around Jalen Hurts at all. So that I would get that in a heartbeat. Chris Nate says, man, it sucked Ojabo. Yeah, Ojabo's probably someone's either going to take a chance on Ojabo in the second. Sorry, I'm rubbing my nose so much because my allergies are kicking in. So, I think Ojabo, if he's not picked in the second round, I think he'll be a third, fourth round pick. I think someone's going to take it. There's going to be a team that's going to take a chance on him, and he might actually play well. We'll see. You know what I mean? I think he'll actually play pretty well. Well, we'll see. Okay, says Joey, who is your most hated Eagle of all time? My list includes Jason Babin, Corey Williams, Jalen Reagor. Oh man. What about oh my God, what about what's his face? What the corner that we had yeah, not even Nomney, but the other corner that we had. Bradley Fletcher was another one I couldn't stand. He was horrible. Caroline sleeper pick at 19. I mean, but I think he's more of a second round pick, but that dude says, damn, like Clemson had a defense last year. That's funny. Karen says that Howie Roseman fans call me a troll, but nothing I'm saying about him is remotely incorrect. The man had one good first-round pick in the last 6 drafts, and that's true. That's really true. Bobby says, give Hurts playmakers and fully judge him. All he had last season was a rookie receiver in Smith, Goddard, and average Watkins, and Ward, 2 trash cans, and Reagor, J-Joe. What do people expect? I get it. But here's what I'm trying to figure out right now. The Eagles aren't going after, like, look, when Carson Wentz became the quarterback in 2016, going into 2017, the Super Bowl year, the Eagles picked up a lot of pieces around. They built around Carson Wentz. They put a lot of pieces around him, okay? What I'm seeing in the Jalen Hurts going into his second year now, technically his third year, but Hurts, they have not built around him. They haven't been. Why did the Eagles go after Torrey Smith, Alshon Jeffrey, and some of these other guys that they build around Carson Wentz? With Jalen Hurts, they're not doing anything right now, which is making me think that they're going after quarterback in this draft. That's what I think. And I'm starting to believe it more and more because I'm seeing the differences in going into Wentz's second year than Jalen Hurts' third year, and seeing that the Eagles, if they're not building around Jalen Hurts right now and they're not, getting free, and I don't care about the cap or whatnot. If they want to move money and they really wanted somebody, they would have got it done. And that's what kind of scares me right now. Forey says, the QB Carousel Factory now offering dinners. Andrew says, I feel bad for Ojabo, and Achilles is tough injury to come back from. Chris Piver says, what do you think we should do at quarterback? I would keep Jalen Hurts this year. I would build this roster. I would build this defense in this draft. I would, 100%. That's what I would do. But no one's going to listen, though. We got super chat for Benny Boom. Appreciate it very much, man. He said, come on, people, let's leave the QB drafting alone. The QB doesn't play defense. I wouldn't look, like, don't be surprised they go after a quarterback in this draft. I'm telling you. The signs are showing right now. You know what I mean? The signs are showing right now. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying that Hurts hasn't shown flashes, but now we're gonna see. So Treylon Burks visits as of right now. So Treylon Burks has visits lined up with Jets, Packers, Bucks, Titans. And that's pretty much it for right now, from seeing right now. We'll see, though. We will see. Old man says, Joey, check out the Night Failure. It's a film by Stephen King. It's a good movie, more thriller than a slasher, but good still. Yeah, I'll check it out. I'll definitely check it out. Chris Guy said he threw a rocket G Ward. D. Smith on a couple occasions. He threw a perfect strike deep ball to Quez. He threw 60 yards in the air on a rope. And he, those 2 passes to Rager in that Giants game were fantastic too. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying he doesn't throw any good passes, but it's just not consistent. And your receivers would do a lot more right now. But I think part of it is play calling too. But I'm not saying that's I don't say that the play calling is over Jalen Hurts. I think Jalen Hurts is definitely affecting it more than anything else. But Devontae Parker would be a cheap option. As of right now, I think he would be a cheap option. He's only $8-something million for this year, and I think $9 million for next year. So really, he is affordable. But can he stay healthy? And how much is it going to cost to acquire him? That's going to be the question. No Birds news, Rod. No Birds news today, bro. Nothing crazy today. Oh, man, says, Joey, did you play the suffering on No, I never did. Never did. Miles says they will take Pickett or Willis. You heard it here first. My jumper broke. Said, what's good, Joey? Always here when I need you. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate you being here, bro. Text, do you remember Hurts missing Goddard for wide open throws versus Chiefs? Yep, I saw that. That's a game we could have won. If they did draft the quarterback, which one? I don't know. It's gonna be Pickett or Malik Willis, in my opinion. I mean, that's really it. We could have been 11-5 if it wasn't for defense. Our offense scored 26 points a game. Our defense led up at least 27 points a game. At this point, I think it would be Kenny Pickett. Just because they went out to dinner with him, I think it showed a little bit more interest in Malik Willis, but not saying they don't have interest in him at all. Hurts has flashes. If he can keep up with flashy moments, it would be elite. Paul says Howie is doubling down on Hurts like the Cards did Kyler Murray. Murray, draft a stud wide receiver, defensive line first, and trade back for a first next year. Ed Curry says, do you think there's any chance we move up to get Hamilton? Could be a chance, but I doubt it. I don't think they go after safety or corner in the first round. Kevin Thomas, get James Cook in the third. Ritzy says Eagles could go after Devin Lloyd. He could rush the QB and can cover 2. Charlie Rivera says, if we draft QB, what do we expect with Hurts? Trade him, start him. Some if we take a wide receiver and we move Rager. Special teams not an option for Rager. If they acquire a quarterback in this draft, whether it's Kenny Pickett or Malik Willis, okay, I think Hurts gets traded. I do. I think you keep Gardner Minshew for the year. I think you're going to get more trade value out of Jalen Hurts regardless. I don't know how much you're going to get. But I think another team will definitely take a chance on Jalen Hurts a lot more than anybody else in this league right now that's left. Okay, Gardner Minshew is only playing for a little over $900,000 for the year, so he is dirt cheap and above average backup quarterback position right now. So I could definitely see that coming. So I definitely get that. You know what I mean? Definitely get it. Argray says, Joey, can you start a poll to see if people want to keep Hurts or get a new QB? Okay, let's do that. Let's do a poll. Why not? Why not? Let's do a poll. When people ask to do a poll, I always say, why not? We're going to do that. All right. So that is up right now. That is up. Shows us Smitty, Goddard, Quez, top 3 O-line, a top 3 run game in 2021. And you also give Hurts excuse. I can't stand this. Well, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I just when it comes to Hurts keeping the ball for himself and running with it, it's a great thing that he could do, but it's not going to win us football games because if we're going to look one-dimensional and obviously missing on targets, and then us looking one-dimensional at some points. I mean, it's a good run game. Don't get me wrong, but Tony says to have Wilson Smitty, I think would help Rager step his game up. We're going to find out, but I doubt it. We're going to find out. Relax. We can't pick up everybody just because they're free agents. Really, Philly fans got to stop with the QB. Give Hurts some love that he's our QB who routes for the QB failure. Come on. Well, dude, the signs are showing they're going after a QB right now. The signs are showing, guys. They're showing. Like, they're not building around Jalen Hurts. Like, they're not adding some free agent weapons. Like, they weren't aggressive in free agency, which starting to tell me there might be going after a quarterback. Going with, like I said, with Carson Wentz going to his second year, they were aggressive. Okay, they were aggressive, but obviously these guys weren't expensive either going into that Super Bowl year. Okay, Alshon Jeffrey came here on an $8 million for 1 year, could have got signed to the Vikings or the Colts or somewhere else. Okay, he got offered more security for his future, but I'm telling you, man, like they're not building around Hurts right now. There's a reason why they're not doing it. They're not putting all these expensive pieces around him. They're not. If Howie wants somebody, regardless of how much it's going to cost, he would have made it work, regardless of the cap space. I understand the cap it hasn't been as crazy. Okay, not much cap space. We were allowed to sign maybe 2, mid-tier contracts. But as of right now, the signs are showing on the wall, man. And I hope I'm wrong. I want to keep Jalen Hurts for another year and see what he does just for one more year and call it a day. But hard for me to say. Chris says Hurts absolutely needs to be more consistent. To say he doesn't have good arm is false. I don't think he has good accuracy. And his accuracy, look, he could throw the ball anywhere. But I don't think his accuracy, you can't teach accuracy, and that's just what it is. Turncoat says Hurts is not the type of person who runs from his mistakes. He knows that people are saying in the media he's going to work and get better. He's not. No, he's not. But dude, like he can have that attitude. But if he's not good, he's not good. Like, I don't care about his mindset. His mindset is definitely a plus. His mentality is definitely a plus. But if he can't match that with his play, it's not going to work. Kane says, I got a new Eagles mock draft. Lloyd, Wyatt, and Wilson. What about you? I wouldn't mind that at all. That's perfect. That is absolutely perfect. You get a linebacker. You get Wyatt that can move inside and outside. I think we're going to be one of the best defensive tackles in the future from Georgia. And you get Garrett Wilson from Ohio State, which I love. So, Tex, I think we need to start off games with a little underneath and check downs. You need to let Hurts get it, throwing these timing throws. I think Jalen Hurts needs the offense, let the offense work for him. And I think that's what he has to do first. And then it's just, we'll see what happens. Have you watched Pascal's press conference? I watched a little bit of it. I didn't watch the whole thing. Reddick will wear number. Oh, so Reddick's wearing number 7? Interesting. Number 7. Like it. I like it. Good for him. He's gonna look good in Eagles green, man. Can't wait to see him play. Joey, does Pigsy from Manhunt remind you of Leatherface a bit? I haven't played that in so long. Well, so my 5 receivers would be Smith, Burke, Parker, Quez, Pascal. Matt says, perfect world. We pick up Matthew, Snag, Lloyd, Olave, and Dean. Then take a chance on Ojabo that Eagles know. I know they'll likely trade 19th at the first, but I like this. Lloyd, Olave, and Dean. They're not picking 2 linebackers. We're already trying to acquire 1 linebacker right now. I don't think they're going after. They're not double dipping at linebacker in this draft. There's no way that's going to happen. Them picking up Ojabo in the later rounds, I could see them doing. Definitely, like 3rd, 4th rounder, I could see them doing it. I don't know if they're going to pick him up in the 2nd round. Jerry says, Mock, I just seen has us drafting McDuffie, Burks, and Lloyd. I don't mind it. I like Burks. Burks is my number 1 guy. I wouldn't mind Lloyd either. McDuffie, I kind of worry about with his man coverage. I think you got the best tackling corner with McDuffie, and I think you have the best zone coverage corner in McDuffie as of right now. So is he more of a hybrid scheme corner? We'll see. You should do a mock draft on Madden. Tahir says, we need Kenny Pickett. He's the next Tom Brady. Kenny Pickett. Howie Roseman can't pick it. Don't pick it to pick it. Yeah. We'll see. Brand new Bears says, bro, I want Garrett Wilson, Jermaine Johnson, and Jordan Davis. I think those are 3 really good picks I would definitely look into as well. Pavel Birds is just checking in. What's up, Joey? Doesn't make sense to get someone like Garrett Wilson who is open vocal about wanting to be here rather than someone who's potentially unhappy with our situation. Wanting to be here than someone who's potentially unhappy with our situation. I mean, of course, there's going to be players that know what team that they're going to go to, and obviously what they need to upgrade. And I mean, it gives them more motivation to play better if a team is really down right now, or they're not doing as well, or the organization is not doing well. Like, you know what I mean? Like it gives them more drive to go to a team that is bad. You know what I mean? I get it. Credit Top says Davis, Dean, and Olave in the 1st. I like that too. My 5 receivers would be D. Smith, Burke, Quez, and Pascal. Oh, man, says Joey, what do you think of Children of the Corn? I think it's great. I think it's one of the best moves ever made. Ron says, Joey, if we trade back our 19th for next year and another second for this year, how do you feel about using our latest second on Ojabo? I would go third or fourth, man. If he drops to the third, I would get him immediately. But as of right now, I wouldn't take him in the second because Achilles injury is no joke, man. If it was an ACL, I'd be more into taking him. But an Achilles injury is a lot worse. Kevin says, Pickett can only actually read defense. He's good scanning the field. Hurts made me look extra hard for this and other QBs. Texas, I don't want to keep Hurts. Don't get me wrong. I only want to keep him for 1 year. If he goes crazy, then keep him. If not, there's many good quarterbacks next year, especially Bryce Young. Bob Whiteper said, I hope Stingley falls to us at 15, Lloyd at 16, and any other Ohio State wide receivers at 19. Ray says, I meant to keep Hurts. Darren Lewis says, I'd be content if Hurts doesn't improve when we start Minshew to see what he does with the stars and against decent teams. I think he could be a franchise QB. I don't know. Look. I wouldn't mind putting Minshew and Jalen Hurts in a QB competition next year. I wouldn't even mind that. That's a whole nother thing I wouldn't even mind. You know what I mean? I don't mind a move like that. So would not mind it. Would not mind it. Would not mind it. Aaron Williams says, what up, Joey and Philly? And you and Philly.500 are the best, bro. You'll keep it real. Memphis in the house. Diehard Eagles fan, bro. Dude, appreciate you coming in. Appreciate you supporting both of us and our podcast and everything like that, man. I appreciate it very much. Good guy. Trent says, I hate how Philly fans are so impatient. Oh, that's how it is, bro. The more Howie doesn't jump on moves, the worse the fan base gets. And, that's what it is. So Wyatt and Davis are our only scheduled pre-jet. I think that's it. Yeah, I haven't heard any more news on between Wyatt and Davis yet. Nothing else yet. So I'm hoping they bring in Garrett Wilson. I hope they bring in a lot more receivers. I hope they bring in some edge rushers. One-dimensional is 2 true DBs were literally just standing there already knowing where he was throwing. Yeah, it's pretty bad, bro. Tyler said, do you think they will put Gardner as quarterback 1 and move Hurts to backup? Probably not, but I wouldn't, like I said, I wouldn't mind them going after, putting them in competition. I wouldn't mind them putting them in competition. I don't mind that at all. DJ Marky Mark says smoke screens and they draft a wide receiver. It could happen. Like all this can look. Howie doesn't show his hand. Howie doesn't like to show his hand. So I think honestly they could really trick everybody. They could literally trick everybody as of right now. It could happen. Ron says, Joey, you don't think this is a smoke screen? You said it yourself, the GM. It is GM lying season, but I can't tell what they're doing. Like, there's 2 instances right now. Number one, it looks like they're looking at wide receiver a lot right now or any other position. They're looking at defensive tackle with Jordan Davis and Devonte White coming in for pre-draft visits. Then on the other hand, they're not building around Jalen Hurts. They're not signing big-time players around him either. They're being too damn quiet. Okay, so I'm starting to think now that they could go after a quarterback. So I'm not sure. Kenny Pickett going out to dinner. We're seeing both sides to it. So it's tough for me to say which is a smokescreen and which is not. Joseph Signs may be very well. Other people are jumped for a QB, so Birds have more choices at 15, 16, and 19. Stop saying Hurts is our QB, especially with a GM like Howie. Fans believe more in Hurts than the team and staff, and they're there. Shaking my head. Hurts fans are annoying. I believe that to some degree. I feel like I don't know. I feel like the team is not in on Hurts. That's what I feel. I don't think they're on. I mean, they're definitely not. They definitely don't think Hurts is the guy. That's 100%. If they put in a bid for Russell Wilson, have been monitoring the Deshaun Watson situation for the past 2 seasons, 2 off seasons, and especially now, bringing Kenny Pickett out to dinner. If you're already set, you don't see Green Bay doing that. You don't see. I mean, they drafted a quarterback, but this was at obviously when everyone thought Aaron Rodgers was going to retire, he was going to leave or whatnot, but you don't see that, man. You don't see that unless you have a lot of interest, and that's what I'm thinking right now. Brandon says, as of right now, our current rosters, who do you think will have more wins, Eagles or Cowboys? I mean, Cowboys will probably win more games. Probably. I hope it's us, but Cowboys are better on paper, and Cowboys just have a better quarterback right now. And that's just the truth right now. And I mean, I'm not saying that. I'm not even saying that Dak Prescott's anything special, but but they have good. They have built around. They have good weapons around Dak Prescott. They have good running backs. They have, I think, an overrated offensive line, but always have had a good offensive line. They have receivers. You know what I mean? Or Gray said Hurts is not a good QB. He's a good person, a hard worker, but he is not a QB. Edwards says drafting a QB still doesn't help us change anything. Don't have weapons on offense, and then we have holes on defense. Sears Dub says number one defensive end coming out of the draft. Number one is Aiden Hutchinson, 100%. Number one defensive end coming out of the draft is going to be Hutchinson, Kayvon Thibodeau, probably Trevon Walker, Jermaine Johnson, Karlaftis from Purdue. So that's who I have right now. Eli Patasi said, if Hurts can anticipate and read the field better, he'll make up for his arm strength. Clearly, he'll never be elite. I believe in his accuracy and poise improving. I'm hoping, man. I'm hoping he gets better with his accuracy, but do I have faith? No, I don't. I don't know if he's going to do anything. I just don't. I don't trust he's going to get better this year. I mean, I don't know. I'm going to root for him, but I'm going to see every week and see what he does. So, see what he does. We got super chat from Brandon Lewis. Appreciate it, man. He says first Giants game showed Howie they need a QB. Yeah, the first Giants game was pretty bad. Devonte Smith, man. I think it was the first Giants game. Devonte Smith was open 2 times on one route. Okay. He ran to the outside, was open. Then he changed direction, went vertical, upfield, wide open, not even 3 to 4 yards of separation. And he did not throw his way at all. He lifted his hand up 2 times and was literally throw the ball to me, and couldn't get it done. So Eagles are in talks for DK. Why are there trolls in here saying this for? Why do people have to get me excited? Why do people have to get me excited? You know what I mean? The Raiders Davante Adams deal played a big part in the contract breaking down between Chiefs Tyreek Hill per his agent. Let me tell you something. Until I see something about DK Metcalf by anybody on here, I won't believe anything that happens. Period. Kevin said DK ain't even the best wide on this team. That would be Lockett. But this is not for you, Joey, but people in the chat acting like we a quarterback away from delusional. Stop acting like last year all quarterback play. No, it wasn't all quarterback play. It helped Jalen Hurts with a good run game, 100%. But Pro Now No One says, even if we draft a QB, who's going to develop the QB we draft? I have to admit we're bad at developing. I don't know, man. I'm not sure I'm not sure how it's going to go. I'm not sure how it's going to go. Philly.500, what's going on, man? How you doing, bro? Check your text, Joey. My text. I got a text. No. This isn't true. So, all right. So this is from Vin the Insider. I don't like this Vin. All right. So number one, I don't like this Vin Fosh guy on Twitter because I can't tell if some of his crap. The last time he tweeted out for the Eagles was pretty much the what's it called? He tweeted the what's his name? Honey Badger. Not that he visited Philadelphia, which wasn't true, that he was in Disney. Per source, I'm being told that the Philadelphia Eagles have discussed a few trade scenarios with the Seattle Seahawks involving wide receiver DK Metcalf. However, I'm told the Seattle has intimated that they are still hoping to extend Metcalf. I'm telling you, bro, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. Vin Fosh is that's where I get worried because Vin Fosh, he's not very good at with his. He's not. I don't know. He's just a little crazy with his tweets, but something to look at, though. I mean, we'll see, but definitely something to look at. Appreciate that. I didn't know you texted me. I think my phone's definitely on silent, so definitely I'm looking right now. Oh my god, if they were able to get this done, bro, I'm telling you, I would be shocked, bro. I'd be shocked right now. Let's see, Fire. What's up, bro? What's going on? We got a super chat from Baylor. Chase says unrealistic, but would you ever go for CD Lamb? No, I mean, would you ever? Well, CD Lamb's already with the Cowboys, so I mean, yeah, that was definitely one of my prime targets in that draft. But we didn't move up. We could have moved up to get him, but it never happened. Harris says second grand jury considering criminal complaint against Browns QB Deshaun Watson. That news is intriguing though, bro. Like Vin Fosh is weird because he's right on a lot of these rumors, and then he's wrong on a lot of them too. But I guess we got to take it with a grain of salt. Kevin says Howie was still a great GM. Let's not fool ourselves because this is his first round blunders. Old man says, Joey, that should be do a Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees, and Leatherface Royal Rumble. Shay says Vic the Insider Vosh is known troll. I have him blocked. Yeah, like Vosh is. That's why, dude. Like he puts out. I don't know. First said he wants to. He's coming. He wants out. He's coming. He's coming. Pause. Argues to Philly.500. That's not a real source, bro. Don't cite him. He's a scam. I don't like Vin Fosh, man. I wish I could believe that, but Josh said just a little concerned that Howie continues to endorse Jalen Hurts as a quarterback, but refuse to get him weapons to succeed. Look at Tua in Miami, Waddle, Hill, and Watson come to man. Finish says you guys keep saying Hurts can't improve. He's a 23-year-old who has done nothing but win in college and improves every year. Eugene says getting DK would put an exclamation point of free. 100%. They get DK. I'm good with free agency. I'm fine. I'm good with free agency. Let's go draft defense the whole rest of this draft. I'm totally fine with it. How would you feel about getting Baker Mayfield? Where it says DK should show up in Philly like when Predator dropped down off the cliff. Nah, that DK news was fake. Only teams trying to get DK is Green Bay and Chiefs. Philly.500 says, I'll take all DK Metcalf rumors with the most seriousness and importance. Yeah, unfortunately, man, Vin Fosh, like I've been following him for a long time on Twitter, and he puts out some really bad news. So a lot of his stuff, most of his stuff is mostly fake, but he's actually hit on some things. So, but he hasn't been right on everything. That's the crap part about it, unfortunately. I get it, though. I definitely get it. He says Tyreek going to Miami with Tua over Mahomes proves what wide receivers don't care about who the QB is and just the money. Craig says you want Mayfield? No, I'm not even interested. Cameron says we can have the receivers, but if we don't go to throw at them, what's the point? Yeah, but they got to build regardless. Well, they haven't really signed anybody yet, so it is what it is. So 500 says, I never heard of him, but people told me he hits. Yeah, he's hit on a couple. He's hit on a few things. Like, I wouldn't mind putting news like this out on a video, but but I have to let everybody know that Vin Fosh is not. He hasn't hit on everything. He's hit on a couple big things that have happened. I think he did the what trades did he get done? The I think with the Phillies he hit on a couple things. He's hit on a few things. And number two, I've never seen this guy's face. I don't think he's ever showed his face on. I think this could be like a 20-year-old that's just like going off of all these other tweets and acting like he's the first one that puts it out. So I'm not sure. Philly said, I don't see the Eagles making a move in free agency until they see how the draft board goes. I think we're done until then. Let's see here. Brian says, what about Odell or AB? Both come baggage, but undeniable talent. I mean, Odell doesn't have too much baggage. I mean, not like AB, but Odell's probably going to go to the Rams or the Browns. It looks like he's either going Rams or Browns. I think that's where he's going. He ain't coming back to the East. He ain't going to the East, bro. That's definite. That's definitely not happening. Appreciate everybody coming in the chat. There is 305 people in the chat. Much love to everybody that's in here. If you guys haven't subscribe to the channel. You won't regret it. We cover the Eagles every single day. Hit the like button as well. Let's try to get the stream to 200 likes if we can today. Much love to everybody that joined the stream. We're just hanging out. Day 11 of free agency live reaction. So it should be interesting, man. It should be interesting. Nothing big, no big moves. A lot of points are signing. Are kind of looking towards a quarterback being drafted by the Philadelphia Eagles as of right now. So it should be interesting, though. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Richie says, what's stopping us from getting Matthew? Really money and where he wants to go. Because at the end of the day, that's wherever Matthew wants to go. Probably wants to go to a contender. I have no idea. Matt Hall says, imagine how he gets Dean and Lloyd together, 2 ace of spades in the pocket. Gets Dean and Lloyd, yeah, they're not double dipping at receiver at linebacker. At this point, it's hard enough for us to even draft one receiver right now in the first round since the last 40 years. To get us 2 would be just overkill. Kirk says we have 3 firsts this year with 3 potential franchise QBs. This year is the year to get a QB. You're going to have to use 2 first-round picks to move up in the top 7, I would say, to get a quarterback if that's where you want to go. You know what I mean? I think that's where you're gonna have to go at this point if that's the case. So we will see. We will see, my friends. Because really, don't expect anything right now. Like I'm hoping that the Eagles are in on some big trade right now. That's what I'm hoping that's what I'm hoping we're doing right now. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I don't know. It's a big question mark to me what they're doing. It's a big question mark to me what they're doing in free agency, and I'm hoping they're working on some big trade for something. I don't care what position it is. Somebody that's cheap, that's not going to be at this point. Like, just pay somebody. You know, I mean, if you have to move some money around, go ahead and do it. But it's going to show. We'll see. We will see. Paylo says we need palm trees and sand for free agents to come. Unfortunately, it seems like it. Reese says taking a defensive player is better than drafting another QB. And that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do this year. I want to go draft defense this year and keep Hurts for another year. That's what I want to do. Okay, but what the Eagles want to do and I want to do or what we want to do are probably 3 different things. So that's just the way it is right now, unfortunately. You know what I mean? That dude says, where are the 3 franchise QBs? Brandon says, Howie's not done. There's a lot of good free agents still available, like Bobby Wagner and Honey Badger. Yeah, they're not getting both of those guys. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think they're getting Honey Badger or they're getting Bobby Wagner. Bobby Wagner is chasing rings. Honey Badger wants to go to a good situation. So I don't. And plus, it comes to money with Matthew. I don't know how much he's trying to get paid right now. No, there's no other sources on DK. That's why I think it's just. That's why I don't think it's going to work. Eric QB had learned pre-snap reading for the defensive coverage. Tom Brady had to learn, so it just let's give Hurts a break. Matthew says, any other sources for DK? Alexander says, everybody wants DK, but I'm excited about receiver. No, I'm excited about the receivers coming out, but with DK, you're getting a big receiver that's really fast. You're getting you're getting a god. You're getting a god at wide receiver. When it comes to size and speed, everybody was talking about getting that big receiver this year. And if getting DK is that big receiver, you're going to look good, Devonte Smith and DK Metcalf, for years to come. It's going to, with Dallas Goedert, I'm telling you, it's going to be absolutely insane, bro. NFL World say Houston Reddick will wear number 7 for Eagles. That means Redstone will change number this offseason. Also means nobody has worn number 43 since Darren Sproles. Yeah, I don't think they were going to let anyone wear number 43. I don't think they were going to let him wear number 43, to be honest. Ray says, I'm starting to like Andrew Booth at 19. It seems possibly because Stingley and Sauce will be taken before 15. I agree with that. Andrew Booth I like. It's one of my favorite corners this year. So Jarvis Landry is still available. Payne says, there's no way we keep clearing money and making financial moves not to do nothing. A trade for a mid-tier free agent has to be in the works. Something. If Howie's not going to do nothing but just sign Reddick and sign some of his own guys, then I don't know what the key is right now. So Bill says, I wish Bobby Wagner would make his mind up and either choose Cowboys or Colts. Sean says, Tom Brady didn't have Hurts issues coming out of college. You Hurts fans are reaching for anything. Dave said, okay, if no progress of Hurts is this year, then he goes to number 2 or out altogether. The Birds need to get DK right the wrong. I agree with that. OG says, Howie is going to shock the world and take a linebacker in this year's draft. I can believe that. I really do. Even at the press conference at the end of the year, he said they don't have the linebackers for the scheme that Jonathan Gannon wants. Okay, because really at the end of the day, you got TJ Edwards. You got TJ Edwards on a 1-year deal right now. That's all you have right now. TJ Edwards is on a 1-year deal. Then you're down to like nobody. Jannard Avery's gone. You're down to Davion Taylor. Alex Singleton's gone. They let Jannard Avery walk. I think he went to, I don't know if he signed. I think he visited the Falcons. I'm not sure. But Singleton's gone. Edwards on a 1-year deal. Davion Taylor is injury prone. Avery's going to another team. I mean, the signs kind of show that they could go after a linebacker. So, Pro says Smith, Metcalf, Watkins, Goddard would be sick. It would be awesome. It would be absolutely awesome. I would love it. Sixer says, not saying anything, but I remember 2017 when every wide receiver, cornerback, linebacker said they're wanted to come and play for the Eagles because of Wentz. Why are they not doing that for Hurts? Not hating. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, there are players that want to play. I think part of this, because free agents make the deal at the end of the day where they want to go. Okay. I think at this point, they are going after a quarterback. I really think they're looking to see if they can move up in this draft because they built around Wentz after the 2016 season. They put as many weapons around him as possible. With Hurts going to his third year, technically, in my opinion, it's his second, but it's technically his third year. They're not doing much around him right now. So they're not putting much around him right now. We got Philly.500 says how he needs to give a first for DK and throw the Whiteside to right of his biggest mistakes. Moose says, I got a feeling that Devontae Parker is on the way. It could. He's a very he's affordable. $8.5 million for this year, $9 million for next year. He's affordable. Christopher said Pascal upgrade where J. John Rager lacks separation, catching, blocking, physicality. Jay says no QB in this draft. We have Hurts, and if he falls, we got Minshew next year if he doesn't pan out. This year's QB class doesn't seem strong. Baby Puchinov, are you from Philly? Giant says receivers are too much to be trading for right now. Christopher says Parker and Pascal in the slot. Philly says Joey is coming over to the dark side. He's starting to. No, I mean, I saw you on. I think I saw you on East vs. West the other day, and then when we talked about it, I think last week on your channel, I'm starting to see that. I'm seeing what the differences they did with Wentz and what they're doing with Hurts now. And I get it. You know what I mean? I totally get it. I see both sides to it, but the signs are showing that they're going after a quarterback right now. That's what it's showing. But are they pulling the trigger on it? Or is this all a smokescreen? I don't know. You know what I mean? Says I don't want Parker. I want DK. Yeah, Parker. Like I don't even want to give a 4th, 5th round pick for him. I don't even know if is he going to stay healthy. I mean, be aggressive, man. Be aggressive. Philly.500 says, why does Hurts stink? I mean, look, he shows I think Hurts has gotten better from early 21 to late 2021, but it's really anticipation on throws. He's got an arm, but he just has no accuracy, and you can't teach that. He's missed so many receivers this year. I mean, it's gonna be the same answer that everybody says. I mean, we talked about this so many times. And you could tell if you give a quarterback more time, it's not about giving him more time. It's about the eye test. It's about what do you see out of Jalen? Is Jalen Hurts going to improve? Is he showing us enough where we know he's going to improve? If he's missing wide open guys, it's a problem. If defenses know he can't read defenses, it's a problem. It's a big problem right now. You can't give time on if a guy can't throw a screen pass. He can't go throw to a wide open guy. He throws a slant behind the receiver 5 to 7 yards. It's just it doesn't look good, man. It doesn't. You can give time. We can give Jalen Hurts another 2 years of time, but are the Eagles actually going to do that? I don't think so because the Eagles look like they're already moving on from Hurts. That's what it looks like right now. The Eagles are already kind of going in that direction where he's not going to be the guy, or they don't think he's the guy right now. That's the issue I have. Paywell says Hassan Reddick is a bigger weapon than people think. He can rush the passer, the best of them, and can also play good as a stand-up linebacker. Keep in mind, our defensive scheme is supposed to be a chain. Yeah, it's supposed to be a hybrid defense with multiple fronts. Philly.500 said, yeah, exactly. Yeah, dude, I'm on that wagon right now that it could happen. I actually can. I mean, I think it's more than a 50-50 shot. I think it actually could happen. It might be a little bit more than a 50-50 shot, to be honest with you. I honestly think it could happen. So 500 can get on if he wants. I'm going to be on for like another hour. So if he wants to get on, he can. I'll send him the link if he wants to get on. It's up to him. If he says he wants to get on, we could do it. I'll look, Philly.500. Look, Philly.500 can come in and give me his total synopsis on this whole entire situation. If that's what he wants to do, then that's fine. I'm totally fine with it. Totally fine with it. The Philly.500 is a funny dude. He really does look like Denzel Washington. I told you he does. Carlton says Hassan Reddick is wearing number 7. Yeah, I saw it today. Kevin Jones says DK will lose his mind playing with Hurts. Christopher said, get Hassan Reddick a young gun to follow suit like Devin Lloyd, Nakobe Dean, Christian Harris, Painful Birds. Kirk John says, we need to play for DK. We'll finally have a solid receiving core. Chris Haas says the Eagles will get DK. I'm hearing by a great source that Howie has still talking about a few trade scenarios with Seattle for DK. Seattle saying that they were still trying to extend him. That's from Vin Vosh. That's the tweet from Vin Vosh on Twitter, which he's not. He's hit on some big news with NFL teams, with some big news with Philadelphia fans, but with some players. But I don't know if I could believe it all. I don't know if I could believe it all. Payne says Parker cannot cost a 4th or 5th. Didn't Amari Cooper get traded for a 6th? Parker for a 7th? If that's the case? Yeah, the problem is, yeah, Amari got traded for a 6th-round pick, but that was like desperation because the Cowboys just wanted to get rid of him. They weren't, if they weren't getting anything higher than that. That's the case. Johnny B said, I would not give 2 firsts for DK. No, definitely not. I wouldn't give up 2 firsts. I give up a 1st and a mid-round pick. Will says the only move how he did the offense was D. Smith, and I think it was for Nick, not Hurts. BJ says when the Bucs defensive coordinator said he can't read defenses with writing is on the wall. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. That's really bad. You got a defensive coordinator. Todd Bowles is like, he can't read defense. He can't read. You know, that's a problem. Chris Scott, DK wants out. He's not signed with Seattle. He's coming here. Bro, I hope you're right, man. I hope you're right. Imagine if the Chiefs traded their picks for match Juju with DK and Kelsey. Oh, God. That dude, quick question. Who wants more accurate than McNabb? Throwing in the dirt, improvement can happen. I'm just saying. OG says Hassan caused all kinds of problems against us last year. Philly.500 is welcome to jump on if he wants. Send me the link. I will be home in 10 minutes for lunch. I will try to hop on. Okay, I'll send you it. Here, let me send him the link. I'll only get my headset too because I got to do my headset real quick as well. Because I need to put my headset on. Hold on. Hold on. I'm trying. This is so annoying. StreamYard is really annoying. If you ever use this, it gets really annoying. It just gets to that point. All right, let me send him this invite quick. Okay. Let me get my headset real quick, real fast. Oh. All right. My camera's probably gonna freeze for a second. Just give me a second. I have to like redo my camera and stuff real quick because it freezes when I put my headphones in, and that's what's gonna happen. Okay, hold on one second. All right. All right. Send Philly.500 the link, so we should be good there. We'll get him in here. As soon as possible. See if I could change this without messing anything up. All right, we're good. Okay, good. We're back in business. We are back in business. So whenever he comes in, he'll come in. Mullen says plus Cooper was making 20 million. Yeah, that's a big problem. Greer says, Joey, what do you chew with inflation? I am down to chewing Longhorn. I haven't done Longhorn in a long time, bro. I like Grizzly a lot, but I don't get it up north. I get it in the south if I can ever get it. So that's where I go. I'd buy that for $1. Says Joey Shakes. When is Howie going to admit He can't draft, and when will the Eagles get it right at QB? He'll never admit. He thinks he's the best at drafting, but when will he get it right at QB? I don't know. Could be this year, could be next year. I don't really know. Bobby says DK is seeing all these receivers getting traded and getting the bag. I bet he wants it too. Yeah, that's what I said on yesterday's stream. I'm like, all these receivers are like, man, I want to get that type of money, and that's what they want. So maybe if like the Eagles offer a mid-tier contract, I don't know, but he's going to want to get paid. That's the issue. So did DK request a trade? Did not. No. Rock Dart said, we're not getting DK much as I want him. You know Howie. Jay says, we got right with Wentz, and Foles was just too dumb to hold on to him. Venom King said, if we get Metcalf, you think him and Slay would be cool? I remember they was about to fight. Yeah, I remember that was. He destroyed Slay. He destroyed him. That was like his first year here. He gave up 2 100-yard games. I think he gave up a 100-yard game. I don't know if it was to DK Metcalf. I forgot who else it was, but Neptune says, what % chance we actually make all 3 first-round picks? What % chance we actually make all 3 first-round? 0%. I think they're trading back one of those first-round picks regardless. I think that's definitely what's happening right now. Definitely. Kirk says the only reason we don't get DK is because he doesn't want Hurts throwing to him. We're getting DK. Guys, I want this to happen so badly. Like, if Howie Roseman pulled this, if he actually – look, I know people are so pissed off at Howie right now for this whole offseason so far. Hassan Reddick was just an icing on the cake that was really good. But if he pulls off a DK Metcalf trade, my God, go all defense in this draft. Go all defense in this draft, I'm telling you. Gandalf the White said, if we did trade for Metcalf after signing Pascal, who's the odd man out? If they sign Metcalf, like JJ's already gone. I think JJ's gone as it is right now. If they sign DK Metcalf, Rager's going to be out. Rager's going to be the odd man out too. He's going to have to be because you only have so many. You're only keeping 5-6 receivers this year. I think both of those guys are gone. Quez Watkins is playing better than Rager and JJ. Greg Ward's on the roster and he plays better than both of those guys. I think they're both gone, to be honest. North says Drake London, linebacker, but could you be not in that order, a safety in the second, assigned veteran corner. This is not going to be the most popular opinion, but we need to trade Hurts if we want to be contested this year and draft Pro Day ready Pickett. I don't hate Hurts, but he choked when it mattered most. Christopher says, do a review of Rashad White, ASU 6'2", 220, dual threat, bell cow. Get him in the third round. We got 2-3 of those. Yeah, I haven't went over a lot of. I haven't went over a lot of. What we got? What is he? A receiver? I went over. A running back. Evan says J-Jaw is gone if we get Metcalf. I think so. Slay wants to get paid as a receiver. Yeah, he probably does. Chad says DK is about the money. He is young. Young, the QB is a bonus. Big Ed said, why does Howie help restructuring contract, pushing dead money to the future years when we don't sign anybody, and it just hurts our future cap? It makes no sense. That's what he does. Well, I think now he's drafting. He had a good draft last year, but you still have third to fourth worst in dead cap with $34 million. We still owe players right now, so it's not good. DK, so if Howie gets DK, is everyone okay with drafting defense lines and other than offensive skill positions this year? Evan says Metcalf and Adams, that was Slay's first year. Oh, Metcalf and Adams. Okay, it was Davonte Adams. Neptune says trading back would be a mistake. No, it's not, because you're getting more picks. Say you trade back and get another second-round pick for this year, and you get a first-round plus another multiple picks for next year as well. So I think for security reasons and because we don't have – if we had a QB, they could still draft – if they had a QB right now, we could trade back a pick and we'll have a first-round pick for next year, 2 first-round picks for next year. I'm totally fine with that. But because you don't have a QB right now, you got to have that security blanket and have some security and trade back one of these picks. You're going to have to do it. We said rather have Garrett Wilson than trade for DK. Evan says, if Howie gets DK, I'm cool with defense in this draft. Will says, what do you trade for third first-round pick for a next year pick or a player? What do we trade our third first-round pick for a next year pick or a player? Benny Boo says, I want a linebacker who's going to have a Michael Myers mentality, mean and nasty. That's what I want, bro. Davonte Adams got Slay over 200. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. Ward is our third string quarterback. He probably would be. DK is better off with Hurts than with Drew Lock. I mean, that probably. Big Ed said, why does Howie keep restructuring contract pushing? Yeah, I don't get that, dude. I really don't. Venom King said, who would you rather have, DK or Matthew? DK right now. DK in a heartbeat. Because we could draft defense. We could rebuild the defense in this draft. I'm not worried about that. Hurts did not choke when it mattered most. Yeah, he played horrible in the playoffs, but he took us there. Give us one more year. We are 2 years away from being contenders. Build up the defense. Number one, okay. Hurts did lead us to the playoffs. Number two, if we didn't have a 7 seed added last year, we wouldn't be in the playoffs. Number three, we had help from another team that got us in the playoffs. So we got to put that in the, a concept as well. I buy for $1 says, Joey, what was going through Howie's mind who sent the order to draft Hurts? I don't know, man. I don't know. They drafted him to be a backup quarterback. That was the original plan. That was what the plan. We didn't expect Hurts to be the starting quarterback. That dude says, odd man out, definitely Greg Ward, unfortunately. Dude, I doubt it. If that's the case, then that sucks. There's no way Greg Ward is worse than Rager and J.J. Ortega-Whiteside. So that's BS. Better receiver, DK or Tyreek Hill? It depends what you want for your offense. Tyreek Hill is just all speed. DK has got physicality, route running, and, he can lay the boom on somebody. You know what I mean? After getting the ball. So it just depends what you want. In my opinion, I like DK because of size and speed. I like guys that it just depends what type of receiver you like, really, at the end of the day. Jay Coach says, how would you feel if we ended up getting Tyler Lockett instead? I wouldn't mind Tyler Lockett at all. Guy can still play really well. He's a vertical threat, great route runner, good hands. Margaret says trading back is the quickest way to strengthen the roster. I think trading back is going to strengthen the roster, and it gives you security for next year. You got 2 first-round picks. So if Jalen Hurts does work out in 2022, okay, if he does work out, then great. Then you got 2 first-round picks just to do whatever you want with. You know what I'm saying? Gary said if we can get Lockett for cheap and draft Burke, Howie getting DK is a pipe dream. It is. I hope it's realistic, but Forte JJ goes to work for Raccoon City. Dustin says DK could go to most contenders. Why would he want Hurts throwing to him the ball? And when Eagles pay that much, they're going to have to pay him. They're going to have to give him a new contract. If they get him here, he's not going to be a rental. He's going to have a new contract. And we're going to see if DK cares more about the quarterback or he cares more about if he's getting a lot of money right now from the Eagles, will he just take it? You know what I mean? So we'll see on that. I don't know. We'll see, though. Young Money says, if Eagles get DK, Philadelphia will go nuts. Dave K says, Joey, thanks, bro, for keeping that real. The added seed to make the play. Well, it's true, bro. It's true. If the NFL added a 7 seed last year, you know what I mean? If they didn't have that 7 seed, we wouldn't be in the playoffs, period. We'd be sitting on the couch. I mean, even though the game ended in 10 minutes, it is what it is. Alex says, not blind. We know we did not help getting into the playoffs. That's a stupid take. Well, dude, it's true. It's true. What game? It was the Vikings had to lose, right? That game. The Vikings had to lose. I forgot what other else, and I forgot what else had to happen. I think we had to win. We pretty much had to win. The Vikings had to lose, whatever it was. So, well, it's not a stupid take because it's true. If that game, we wouldn't have gotten to that playoff game without that. We had to get help from one team. That's what happened. Evan says, if we get DK and sign Edmonds, we're good. My jumper broke said, what would you give up for DK? I'd give up a first round and mid-round pick, like a first and a fourth. Big Ed said, we need to draft Garrett Wilson, Lloyd back to 19 for an extra second and first 2023. There is then in the second grab Wyatt and Brisker. With this scenario, what would you do, J-Dog? I mean, I wouldn't mind that at all. Look, you draft Wilson, Lloyd, trade back 19 for an extra second and a first for 23. Then the second grab Wyatt. If Wyatt's available, great. If Brisker at safety is available, I'm totally fine with that too. I'm fine with that. OG Philly guy said, here's a question. What if Devonte Smith asked for a trade because Hurts can't get him the numbers? Who are you keeping, Hurts or Smith or Hurts? I'm keeping Devonte Smith, bro. I'm keeping Devonte Smith. Look, at the end of the day, him and Devonte Smith had a lot of altercations on the sideline this year. Okay, a few of them happened this year. All right, and I think it could boil over next year. And look, number one, you're hurting Devonte Smith. You're hurting his bag. You're hurting his money after his rookie year because he's looking to get he's trying to prove himself. He's one of the best wide receivers in this, in the league right now. And he's not getting, he's not getting the bag, and Hurts is hurting him getting big money. It's a problem. I feel like it's going to boil over. I feel like it will boil over. There was one time, besides the Tampa Bay game, where they, passed to him with a minute 14 left on the clock, and that's when he went up to Hurts and said, dude, you got to throw me the ball. And he got 60 yards instantly within a couple plays. Okay, that's one of my biggest problems as of right now. But there was another time where Hurts went up to Devonte Smith on the sideline. I forgot what game it was. He went up to Hurts and said, were you open? And he said, I would. And then Devonte Smith had his hands up. He's like, I was open. And then Hurts kept walking. You know what I mean? It's just, I feel like it's going to boil over. Rich says, Tyreek chose money over QB, so why wouldn't DK? Dude, it could happen. It could happen. Kirk says, Richie, let him go, bro. He can't read the field, and not something you can't coach. He's not it. Let's see. Panel said Brisker's nasty, totally getting overlooked. Let's see. Red Rap says, don't worry, I got DK on my fantasy team on Madden. Sean says, it's not Hurts' fault, though. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, if Devonte Smith's having a problem with him, it's a problem. It's going to be a problem. I think it will become a more of a problem unless Hurts, like, totally turns it around. That's a whole different story. Cowboys went just as far as Eagles. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. Kirk Johns, you willing to give up a pick for a weak QB class over a loaded defensive class? We have another easy schedule. We are not contenders this year, no matter who we are. Who's that QB? Daryl Roberts says, if we trade back for more picks next year, not often than not, are going to draft O-linemen, especially with looking at the D-line already this year. All it would take is for Jalen Hurts to step up. Drew Jones said, with Super Bowl weapons. Will Gahn says, if we're winning, but D. Smith doesn't get the stats and goal he want, then who do we trade, Hurts or Wentz or wants? Hurts or wants? I don't know, man. Look, if Hurts can't get the more you add to this offense, the more, like, if they just say they add DK and Hurts still can't get the ball to these guys, it's Hurts is done. He might get benched. He might not even make it to week 10. You know what I mean? Like, it could happen. Not saying that Gardner Minshew's anything special either, but I mean, the offense changes dramatically when Gardner Minshew's in there. It does. Except what you're losing with Gardner Minshew is from Jalen Hurts is, you're losing the athleticism when it comes to, scrambling and being that read option guy. Maybe this coaching staff doesn't know. I don't think Nick Sirianni has ever coached a read option quarterback. I don't think Jacoby Brissett was a read option guy. Phillip Rivers wasn't a read option type quarterback. Andrew Luck definitely wasn't. You know what I mean? So it's crazy. I would give up a first and a fourth round pick if it was me. Like a first and a fourth, I think is fair. I think it's fair as of right now. Benny says the umbrella man standing outside with a sign, a cup saying "Spare change, please. I may not have a job soon." Sean says, "What QB would sense when asked a question like that? Were you open? Yeah, chump. Me and your mom was open." Richie Lewis says, "The thing I like about Smith is that he is humble. He won't ask for a massive contract, and he won't do anything off field to hurt us." No, I mean that's true. I mean a massive contract, he's gonna want. I mean, if he plays to his ability, and the quarterback plays to it makes Hurts look and makes Devonte Smith look really good on the field. I think he's not going to take rookies aren't taking cheap contracts after the rookie deal, especially if they play well. So Will says if Howie knows they have problems in offseason, can't fix that, Howie will be looking for a new quarterback. It's not going to be Devonte Smith on the outs. It's going to be Jalen Hurts. Pale says we are screwed today. Totally going for QB. Trade buzz is going into the top 10. Who else would be trade up for? Shaking my head. Don't do it, Howie. I'm telling you, it might happen. I really think Watkins is an elite receiver too. Imagine him with look. I think Watkins could have been a 1,000-yard receiver. I don't know why people are crapping on Quez Watkins for. He made some crazy catches this year. Besides the one he missed in the end zone through his hands. Okay, he made some. Hurts threw some really bad balls to Quez Watkins this year, to the point where Quez had to like go to the football. I mean, and depending on like where this ball was or how it was supposed to be placed, there were some really ugly catches that Quez made, some ugly catches, some bad passes that create some ugly catches for Quez Watkins. Quez saved us on a lot of big third down plays this year. 647 yards. This guy should have been over 1,000, at least 1,000 yards. Should have had this year. 3 potential touchdowns in the Tampa Bay wildcard game. 3 wide open. Couldn't throw it. Didn't throw it or couldn't get it done. And that's the issue I have right now. Cheesesteak says a better QB would make all the difference in the world. Joyce says, Joey, I hope Howie trades a first to move up and get Pickett above the Panthers. Chad says Sarine game plan did not work in the first half of the season. If we had played to Hurts' strength, we would have easily made playoffs. Kevin says, with our staked O-line, we don't need a QB to be a runner. We need a good passer. And that's what I think too, man. Like, I don't mind a read option quarterback, but I just don't think the Eagles know how to – I don't think the Eagles know how to produce that read option quarterback, especially with passing issues right now. No, a pure passing quarterback with this offensive line is perfect. Kirk says, I would be okay giving up a first and a second for DK. He'll make a big impact when we get a QB to get to him. I don't know what it's going to cost. Like, if I said, hey, a first and a fourth, I'd be fine with it. Chris says, I'm giving up a first and 19th and a Dillard for and regs. You're giving up first, you're getting 19 Dillard and regular. Blake says, Eagles have interest in Devontae Parker. We'll see about that, bro. We'll see about that. Devonte Smith responds to negative trying QB Jalen Hurts, the Liberty line. Let's see what Devonte Smith said about. He continues to come in day knowing people are going to talk about you. Not everyone necessarily agrees with him being there as our starting quarterback, Smith says, but he tuned that noise out every day and constantly wants to make everyone around him better, makes himself better. Like, I can't exaggerate how much he really wants to make us just go. People might just shy away from that challenge, but that's the type of people you want around you. He embraced it. He continues to come in and do everything he can do. He's not shy about his mistakes. That's the type of quarterback you want. Just because there's problems here and there, he ain't never going to run for it. None of us running from it. So obviously Jalen Hurts is hearing all the noise right now. It's crazy. It's crazy. I get it though. You know what I mean? Like, he's hearing the outside noise. I mean, he's hearing the outside noise. That's the truth. But is it enough? You know what I mean? Is what he's doing. And look, there's no doubt in my mind that Jalen Hurts wants this team to get to the Super Bowl, and he wants to win a championship, and he's striving to do as much as he possibly can. And look, he's a hard worker, and his work ethic is off the charts, but can he get it done? That's the next question. You know what I mean? That's just the next question. And one video says, thinking if we do trade up for QB, that has to be for Malik Willis. Benny Boom says, I have my Eagles app on, my Philly Sports app. I'm just waiting for breaking news of how he makes a move for DK. I'm waiting for it, bro. I'll wait. So here we go. So we got some report now. Among several teams showing interest, Dolphins, Devontae Parker. There it is. Eagles are showing interest among several other teams for Devontae Parker. Interesting. There you go. It's a clean report right now. Eagles are still trying to find a receiver right now. That's what it's showing. There it is. Eagles have shown interest in Devontae Parker. We will see. Man. There it is. Devontae Parker is officially on the Eagles list of wide receivers. I'm telling you, it's a good cost-friendly deal as of right now. A good cost-friendly deal. Because Devontae Parker is only going to cost you $8.5 million for this year and $9 million the year after. So, Yeah, I feel like Devontae Parker's more realistic because of his cost. And you have him for another 2 years on cheap cap hits under $10 million. So I get that. Devontae Parker, 2022, $8.7 million. 2023, $9 million. Exactly $9 million. I get it. It's more affordable. But is this the only receiver they're going after? That's the question right now. That's what we don't know right now. So I'm not really sure. Not really sure at all. So would I be mad if they got him? No. It's definitely an upgrade. If Devontae Parker can stay healthy, that's the only problem I have. He hasn't had a good season since 2019? He was over 1,000 yards in 2019? I mean, it's been a few years. You know what I mean? It's been a few years since he's actually had a good season. So that's why relatively he's going to be cheap. But how much you're going to give up for him? Better not be that much. I'd say a 4th, 5th round pick at this point. I wouldn't give up anything more than that because you got to look at the injury history with Devontae Parker right now. So that's what I'm looking for as of right now. That's what I'm looking for right now. So we will see. Alex says Howie always shows interest. He's boosting the price for other teams. It's like he's showing interest, but he hasn't pulled the trigger on any receivers. And we can go to Stephon Gilmore or Patrick Peterson. I mean, Stephon Gilmore is going to cost a lot of money. He's going to cost a lot of money. He's going to want to get paid. So realistically, I think Patrick Peterson, Xavier Rhodes, or Steven Nelson resigns at cornerback. That's why I don't think they're going to be drafting a receiver in the first round. Regardless, I don't think they're doing that. You know what I mean? I don't think it's going to happen. Fred says happily take, even with injury concerns, even 31st in receiving, 32nd team, beat us out on Chark. That's what I'm saying. Chark got paid $10 million for a year. For a year. That's the issue I'm having right now. Alex White with the super chat. Appreciate it very much, man. He says Jalen earned his playoff spot. No one helped us get in. Please stop saying that we needed help to be a 6th seed, not the 7th. Who cares if they added? They added it all. Teams had a chance at it. Yeah, I'm just stating the facts. That's all I'm stating. I'm stating what would have happened for us to get in the playoffs. Those two things made it happen pretty much. I'm not saying that Jalen Hurts didn't get us there. All I'm saying is that those added 2 factors did help us get there too. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, we would have fought for the 6th seed. Definitely would have fought for it. So I get it. You know what I mean? But I'm not saying that Jalen Hurts didn't get us there. But I'm saying there's 2 added factors to it that could have made it a lot easier for the Eagles to get in. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. Brio says, what happened with the corner we got out of Ertz trade? Oh, Tay Gowan. I mean, Tay Gowan's going to compete. You know what I mean? I'm actually excited for Tay Gowan to see him compete against Zach McPherson. So we'll see what happens with that, man. Eagles showing more than a passing interest in Kenny Pickett by Shea Sansel Quido. I'd buy it for Joey. If Hurts went 0-8 against 500 teams, why do people supply? I don't know, dude. It's not for us. It's not enough. That's why we lost within 10 minutes. Okay, of that game. Okay, everything didn't work out in that game for us, and that's just the truth. Everything didn't work out in that game for us. So I get it. I definitely get it. I definitely get it. See, report Chiefs are 50-50 on signing wide receiver Marquez Valdez-Scantling. So Scantling is definitely going to be out. They could have interest in Scantling. I mean, I would pick Scantling. I would definitely get Scantling over Devontae Parker, 100%. I mean, if it was between Scantling and Devontae Parker, I would get Scantling, 100%. Well, let's see. Parker is one of those guys that comes to Philly and doesn't do anything. I hope if they trade for him, I hope he does. And with this, I like cornerback Akira Laman out of Florida. Yeah, he's a real physical corner. I do like him too. Tara says, also for the people saying Hurts is the reason nobody wants to come here. Hill went from Miami to Tua was worse than Hurts. Location and money is more important. Yeah, I mean, definitely being the highest. Like if they're offering him to pay him the highest paid over Davonte Adams, yeah, sure. I mean, I don't think Tua is definitely not better than Patrick Mahomes. Let's get that straight. So it came down to money. Kirk said they took him for dinner. Of course, it's more than a passing interest. Big Ed said if Jalen Hurts is missed reads and not showing the improvement on reading the defense, but our receivers are getting separation open, would be opposed to trading for Love, QB swap, and second round pick. That's an interesting one. Sixers Dub said, do not be surprised if DK were to get traded. I don't think he'll be coming to Philly. We're a legit QB, wide receiver, pass rusher, linebacker, etc., away from being contenders. Any news other than Devonte Smith? Devonte Parker. It looks like the Eagles have interest in Devonte Parker right now. So, Bergang Files said, if not DK, what's up, Bergang? He says, if it's not DK, keep the pick and get Wilson in the draft. Parker is good, but I feel like Miami is going to want more, and I hope they don't give him more. He hasn't had a good season since 2019. It's been a while. It's been like since 2019. It's been that long. You know what I mean? Eagles gang said Garrett Wilson wants to play with Hurts. He does. He's a diehard Eagles fan, and like he gave Howie and Nick notice, like, go pick me. Pretty much, that's what he said. So, Desert Eagle, what's going on, man? Hope you're having a good day, bro. What's going on, bro? If you guys haven't subscribed to Desert Eagle 90, definitely subscribe to this channel. He covers the Eagles. One of my good friends on here, my brother from another mother. So definitely check him out. Will says, is that receptacle source? And one video says, if we keep all of our picks, my dream draft would be wide receiver, middle linebacker, cornerback. And as we said, the last few seasons has been Hurts that nobody wants to come to Philly because of how Roseman plays and coaches. Now nobody wants to come here because of Hurts. Yeah, all right. Guess it's both. Just draft Garrett Wilson already. Said Bergen, say, I'm dead, dude. You got a picture of you. Yeah, well, that he always has a picture of me. So he's a big fan. He's a big fan. Odie says Smith, Parker, Pascal, and Goddard is way better than what we have now. I like Garrett Wilson. I like his personality, and I like how he plays. Philly.500. Where's Philly.500? I don't know. Should be here soon. So we'll see. Let's see. I like Pascal a lot, dude. I think he's gonna be a nice 3 to number 4. I think he's fine. I'm not a big fan of Drake London in this draft. Probably one of my least favorite receivers, but I think he's a good. I think he's good, a contested, big body receiver, good in open space. But I'm just not a fan of drafting him in the first round. That's all. Let's see. Maria says, get a QB, trade for Hurts. You're looking at a 6-11 record. Will Gahn says we should have 2 receivers with 1,000 yards next year. That's what I'm hoping, man. We should have had it this year. We should have had it this year. Under 1,000 yards for Devonte Smith, 647 for, Quez Watkins. But Pro says, serious question, is Hurts the reason for players not wanting to come? I think it's part of it, but I don't think it's the main reason, though. I don't think it's the main reason. I think it's part of it's money. It's how he wants to, pay, and I think that's really it. And one video says Hurts has everything you want from a leader, but you just can't teach having an arm. Sally, I want to see him do good. How tall is Pickett? I think he's like 6'3", I think. I could be wrong. Eagles gang says, if we get London, we're going to use him, right? I would think so. If you get him in the first round, you're going to have to. Yeah. Mechie, I do like a lot, but he's coming off an injury from the SEC championship game. But I think he's a good receiver going in the second round. Kirk says DKR draft, tired of so receivers. True that, bro. Big Ed says, imagine they draft Wilson, Linderbaum, and Walker in the second round. Receivers would look good. O-line set, real number 1 running back. Hurts would have no excuses. That's what I'm saying. The more they add to this offense, the more excuses that you can't give for Jalen Hurts. You can't. But I said Parker played 10 games in 21, 515 yards, set 14 games in 2020 for 793. Yeah, so 2019 was his 1,000-yard season. The past couple years, That's why he shouldn't be that. He shouldn't be expensive. That's why I'm glad his cap numbers is not big at all. So we'll see. We'll see. Gilmore to the Bengals. Really? I mean, who they have? Do they have Eli Apple's one of their cornerbacks, right? That's a good move for them if that happens. It's a good move. So Barry Jackson's tweets. So several teams have shown interest in Devontae Parker, who's under contract. Eagles reportedly among team. Unclear what Dolphins will do with him. Would be potentially number 3 with Wilson if he remains. Interesting. I'm not giving up that much for him. I'm not giving up that much. All right. Well, we've all been waiting for this moment. So we have Philly.500 in here right now. So we're going to get him in. Hey.
What's up?
What's going on,
I'm here. I just sat down, poured myself a soda. It is lunchtime for the dingbat. I thought I was going to come home, make a video. I probably still have to.
Yeah.
No, we'll see.
So
I did my DK Metcalf video this morning, so I got up early today.
Yeah, got early up for that, didn't you? So right now it looks like the report did come out that Devontae Parker is on the list right now for the Eagles.
All right, so let me tell you about Devontae Parker. All right, this is going to sound really bad, and I don't mean it to be, but why do I feel like we're getting teams who aren't Super Bowl contenders leftovers?
Yeah.
Like, we're getting, okay, we'll take Devontae Parker because the Miami Dolphins don't have a need for him. Like, 3 years ago, Devontae Parker, I was, like, all for him. But now he's a guy that, played 9 games last year. He's always hurt. And, yeah, it sounds nice. I think the truth is we want something. So, okay, yes, would he be an upgrade? Of course he'd be an upgrade. We'll take it because we haven't had anything. But it's far from my choices of what I would want. Just keeping it real, man.
Yeah, we had far better choices in free agency, and he's. But look, like I think it's priced too. This is why they don't trade for Robert Woods because he's $14 million for the year. So he's $8.5 million for this year, and he's $9 million for next year. So it's a price thing too. It's under $10 million. It's a price.
Yeah, it just seems to me like it's like why are we bargain shopping?
That's what I'm. Yeah, they're going at the low end of they're going cheap. Like they're going under 1.3 million for okay,
we get Devontae Parker. Okay, he had good year in what was it 2019? He had over 1,000 yards, but his last few years his numbers have reduced. Yes. Now, if we get him, he's got talent. He's 29 years old. So I don't know. To me it doesn't excite me. I just feel like here's a placeholder for you Eagle fans to be happy with something.
Yeah, like he's throwing us a bone pretty much. Like here, I signed a receiver, that's it. We're good.
I mean, Parker will improve the Eagles, but I don't think he dramatically changes things for the Eagles. You know what I'm saying? Like when I looked at yesterday, like Tyreek Hill, right? To me, this is the biggest explosive player in the NFL. If you go out and get a guy that explosive, or when the opportunity presents itself, like he changes a defense, how they play you. He changes the game. I don't think Devontae Parker does. Sure, will it be an upgrade? Yeah, I'll be like, yeah, we got Devontae Parker. It helps Eagles, and hopefully, but DK Metcalf. I run around naked. Okay.
Okay. I'm telling you, it'll happen. Nah, dude. Like I get it. Like Like even it's not even about the cap. So the Eagles have like 23.1 million right now. So even if they want to make that trade for Tyreek Hill, okay. Now look, I know like they gave up, like Miami gave up like a lot of picks. They gave up a lot of picks.
But think about the picks here. The picks are sneaky because it sounds 5 picks sounds big, right? But if you really look at it, the first round pick's the 29th pick overall. So in some cases, my Kansas City looks at that almost like a second round pick. So to me, it's almost essentially 2 second-round picks, a third, a fourth. You know what I'm saying? If the Eagles would have come in and said 15th pick, 15th and a third-round pick, I bet you it gets done. You know? I mean, look, how often does a Tyreek Hill, 28 years old, come on the board? A guy that will change the defense. Defenses are scared of him. See, I mean, that to me was just like, wow, that you had a chance for like to make a impact. It really, dude, I was really pissed off yesterday.
If you really wanted to acquire him, you could have got it done, regardless of the cap. He could have, if Howie wanted to make it happen, he would have made it happen, moved the cap around, and would have done. He would get it done. But
he wanted it done. He would have done it. He would have extended Hargrave. I heard just extending Hargrave is $13 million in cap relief. So there's
we extended Hargrave? Oh,
no. I read somewhere that if the Eagles were to extend him, they would instantly save $13 million this year in cap space. So my point is there's always ways to manipulate the cap. When I hear people say, well, we don't have cap room. We don't have cap room. There's always ways to manipulate the cap. Howie Roseman does it every year. You know what I mean? And here's the other thing. The people, and this isn't go out to everybody, but there are a group of people who are like, Jalen Hurts is the guy, he's the future, he's our guy, we have to go with him, we have to get him, we have to let him play and get better. Then a lot of them are the same people that'll say, we can't go out and trade for Tyreek Hill or any of these guys because we don't want to spend the money. Well, do you want Hurts to get better, or do you want him to have to struggle? If you want him to be the guy, then you got to get him help. What have the Eagles done offensively to help this team so far?
Nothing.
1 second, my headphones just went. I got to get my other headphones.
You're good.
I'll be right there.
You're good.
These mother humpers die.
It's all good. Yeah, I get it. I get it. What have the Eagles done? What have the Eagles done to at least put weapons around her? Look, if you at least try to put weapons around Jalen Hurts has no excuse but to play better. And the fans will have less of an excuse. I mean, I think fans will always make an excuse for Jalen Hurts regardless, but you got to take the facts. You got to take the facts right now. And that is that if you add weapons around Jalen Hurts, then there'll be no excuses. And then he has nothing better but to play better. That's just the way it is.
You there?
Yeah, I'm here. You're good.
Okay. So I want to drastically increase this offense. If the Eagles have if we all could agree that if you look at this team offensively, they're pretty much the same team as last year. So they pretty much have the same flaws, right? Somebody actually tried to argue that Zach Pascal made this offense better. I'm like, what? Like by 10 yards?
Yeah, I agree. A little bit on it.
He doesn't change this offense.
No.
Why is it that Miami Dolphins can value a Tyreek Hill? The New York Jets can value a Tyreek Hill, but the Philadelphia Eagles can't. And here's the other thing. Guys come available when they become available. They don't become available when everything is perfect for us and all we need is that one move. That's what some people want. They want to wait till we just have one move to go get the guy when he perfectly comes available. It doesn't happen. You got to get the guy when he comes available. You have to strike. You can't wait for things to be perfect. If you do that, it doesn't happen,
Do you think they're looking in this draft for a receiver? Do you think they're saying the market's too big, they couldn't land Calvin Ridley, and now they're just kind of testing out the markets pretty much for some of these guys?
No. I think that, honestly, dude, I'm beginning I think this actually this actually is the Eagles are going to go get a quarterback. I don't. I mean, I could be wrong. It could be a smokescreen with Kenny Pickett. It's all possible. It's all possible. We're dealing with Howie here. But if we keep down the same course of free agency, and let's say the Eagles do nothing. Let's say they don't even get Devonte Parker. Then, like, how did they really try to help Jalen Hurts? Like, what did they really try to do? Like, are they really trying to help this kid? Or are they trying to set him up for failure? Or they don't care? Because everything is about finding that quarterback. What if the reason they don't go after certain receivers is because they don't know what quarterback they're getting, and they don't want to get a receiver that doesn't fit the quarterback that they're going to have, right? Maybe a Malik Willis, a Tyreek Hill's more interesting, a speed guy, but Kenny Pickett, you want a bigger possession guy. I don't know, but yeah, it just, I'm baffled by this whole free agency thing. Dude, I thought they would have been a lot more aggressive.
Oh yeah. Yeah, especially being it feels like we had less money last year, and we were slow and strategic with free agency. We made more moves last year. That's how I felt. But if they're not paying a receiver a lot of money to play with Hurts, and they're not acquiring a guy to team up with Hurts, I mean, they don't want to waste money on another receiver? They don't want to give Hurts that weapon. I don't get it. They had all this interest all this interest on these receivers, and they just let them pass by. Calvin Ridley was the only thing they got. I mean, how much was I want to see, like, how much was Calvin Ridley going to cost? That's what I want to know.
It was rumored a 3rd round pick.
I'm saying how much was Calvin Ridley's salary this year? That's what I need to look at that right now.
It wasn't that much. It was, he's still under a rookie deal, so it's the last year of his rookie deal. You know, that's the interesting thing with Metcalf, right? Because people want to say, well, we don't have money this year. But if you bring in Metcalf, you're paying him a 2nd round player salary. You could easily extend him, have the extension start next year when you have more money. So a deal like to bring a Metcalf in, you don't even have to pay him, really have that kick in till next year.
Yeah,
against the cap. Now, here's the other thing people seem to have a problem with. They think that, well, it's these receivers are making $30 million now. It's too much money. $25 million, too much. That's the going rate. That's how much they're going to cost now in the NFL. What do you think it's going to cost you when Devonte Smith comes up for a new deal? That's it. That's it. In 2 years from now, it's a bargain. In 2 years, people are going to look at Tyreek Hill's contract and say, well, it's a bargain. That's how the NFL works.
Yeah. And Christian Kirk definitely stinted the market after the deal that he did get. It did.
It dramatically been increased.
Right.
And the reason why Jacksonville, and I didn't know this until somebody said it, the reason why Jacksonville overpaid him is that's the only way they can get players to come. Nobody wants to go to a team that is perennial losers. You have to overpay. Well, maybe we have to overpay to get a guy that wants to come in and play in a run-based offense. I don't know.
Yeah. Do you think part of it is that they look at Jalen Hurts and do you think part of it is they run the ball a lot? The Eagles run the ball a lot, so they're not throwing to the receivers that much, and they have a quarterback that can't read the field right now. How much do you think that goes into it?
I think it definitely goes into it. I don't think so much Hurts as much as how much the Eagles run. You know, I'm sure receivers don't want that. But if you add better weapons, you don't have to run as much.
Yeah.
You know, the idea is that I would hope that we could depend on our passing game more this year with Hurts improving. Now, I'm telling you, if the Eagles get Devonte Parker, it's going to be cheap. And a lot of people are going to act like this was the best move that the Eagles could have made, blah, blah, blah. And to me, it's I'm going to say, definitely makes the Eagles better. Their offense is better. How much better? I have no idea.
Is it exciting? I'm not. Either they signed Devontae Parker, like you said a few years ago, because I think we were kind of all in on trading for him at one point, and he's done a number on us over the years. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, he's 29 years old though, and he, like I said, he played I think he played 8 or 9 games last year, so he's been hurt quite a lot. Yeah. To me, I just feel like that's I just feel like that's a move to make the fans happy. Like, there's better choices out there. Even still, I'd like to see. Dude, and this may sound weird, I almost rather have LaVisca Chenault.
Yeah.
Because at least he's young and has upside.
Right. Eagles game with Super Chat said, I really think they did try to help Hurts by getting Calvin Ridley because Hurts played with Ridley on Bama. I think it was Calvin Ridley. No,
I do too. I think they tried too, and that's my only like issue with my theory on the quarterback. Well, they did try to help him with Calvin Ridley. That's my only issue. Now I don't know this guy who put out that report. Like you said, I don't know anything. I never heard of him.
Yeah,
but I asked a couple people who sent me messages about him, and they were like, "Well, he's gotten some stuff right. He got something right about the Carson trade or something." So I'm like, well, I'll put it out there because it's DK Metcalf, and I need any hope that I can get that the Eagles will get DK.
Yeah, I think he got the Jimmy Butler trade. I think what he got right was Bryce Harper and the Phillies at the time. So he's got some things right and he's got some things wrong, but the guy's never showed his face before. I don't know what he is. Could be a 20-year-old kid, a kid just, tweeting stuff out and going off of what everyone else is saying. So,
and who are the other teams that are trying to get Devonte Parker?
That doesn't say. It doesn't say.
That's the question. We've been beat out every time so far.
It says several teams. So,
well, yeah, because listen, I think he could help. Like if let's say, like, I would be more excited about Devonte Parker if the Eagles were like on the verge of a championship or like real true Super Bowl contenders, and they needed that one other wide receiver. Then I would be like, yeah, do it, But like building this thing, and the fact that we're trying to get Jalen Hurts to drastically improve, I don't know how much Devonte Parker does it, especially when he's hurt all the time. The guy's hurt all the time.
Yeah. What a 1,000-yard season since 2019?
I think 2019. I think he had one, and then he missed like 8 games last year or something.
Yeah,
it's a lot of games. I mean, he had good numbers for when he played. I think he had like 500 yards, but he still missed a lot of games.
Yeah. No, I get it. We're gonna have to see. I don't know. Like it's been, we're waiting for that move, but I don't know. Eagles are just getting
that one. That one just makes me feel like it just makes me feel it's like okay, let's move it. It slightly helps us.
What do you giving up for him though? Since he's been injured, and
I ain't giving anything more than a 6th-round pick.
Really, even a 6? I said
Robert
like
Woods
5th.
was a 6th-round pick, right?
Yeah, off an ACL.
That's it. 6th-round pick. I'm not giving a 4th. I'm definitely not giving a 4th. Definitely, maybe a 5th if I had to. I'm not. I mean, like I said, I'm going DK Metcalf. Like, I don't understand in my mind why this trade ain't done yet. It would have been done already. I would have called. I call Seattle every 5 minutes, dude.
He's already turned down the Chiefs already because I know DK.
Yeah, there was a tweet about him, but I think that was a joke. It sounded like a joke. It sounded like a joke. But Green Bay and Kansas City are trying to get him. So they're trying to get him, and Seattle's like, well, we want to work a contract with him still. So you want to work a contract with him, but you're also shopping him. That tells you the guy's getting traded, man. There's a very possible reality that DK is going to be on the move.
Does he want to play with? I don't know.
Does he want to play with Hurts? I say this. I say, who cares? Get him in the building, make the trade, bring him in, and then worry about all that later.
Now, I'm saying it's getting him in the building, but would you give, are you giving him a big contract right now? Like, what if he wants his money? Like, that's the whole thing. Done deal.
Done. I'm not even going to blink. They said he wants $25 million. That's $5 million less than the other guys.
Yeah.
Do it. But I mean, they could set it up so it doesn't hit our cap until next year. So we could probably Howie could figure the contract so he's still playing under a 2nd-round pick money.
Yeah. I mean, 2017 was such a different year because he signed a lot of free agents to like nothing. I mean, he didn't really overpay any free agents. Alshon Jeffrey came on here on a one-year
but
deal for
Alshon
$8
came a
million.
1 year deal, but they knew bringing him. They got the 1 year deal to get him in the building. They were going to always extend him. That was the plan, right? So we knew that, and he was the number one wide receiver at the time.
Right.
So and they brought in Torrey Smith, and those were all upgrades. I mean, they cared more about getting Wentz weapons than they have Jalen Hurts.
True. So what it's showing you, if they're not getting any weapons, if they've been totally quiet beside Hassan Reddick and a couple of like our own roster signings, can he pick it out to dinner? Going to Malik Willis, seeing like the pro days. 2 quarterbacks could be, acquired in the top 10. They'd have to move up in the top 7 at some point to give away your 2 first-round picks. That's what's going to happen. Yeah. Could be a smokescreen. Maybe it's not. I don't know. It's hard to tell right now.
I mean, Devontae Parker, like I said, I think it would be like it helps. We should be better there now. It's an improvement. It doesn't. I don't think it helps Jalen Hurts to the next level. You know what I'm saying? Like I look at a guy like a DK Met. Like I think he could take him to the next level.
Yeah,
because he's so big and strong, and Hurts could go up then, and especially in the red zone. I mean, Parker's big too. Don't get me wrong. It's just that he gets hurt a lot though. If he's only playing half the games, what is it good for?
Yeah. And we're not good with, acquiring. We usually acquire players. They get injured. They go somewhere else and they're never injured. You know what I mean? It's either that or that. So, I mean, there's still a lot of time left. There's still time left, even free agency wise before the draft. There's still time to see what this offense is going to look like. Do you think JJ is out now since Pascal's here, or do you think if they add another guy that takes JJ out of the picture?
I think they'll cut Greg Ward before they'll cut JJ.
Yeah.
Howie doesn't like to give up on his picks, man. That's the problem. That's the only reason why I don't think they'll get DK, because Howie will not humble himself to admit that he was wrong.
True.
He's
trying to justify these picks year after year, like even like JJ going into his second year, and Howie was like, "Oh, look how strong he is! Look at he's fast," and just giving all these excuses.
He stinks. He does. He stinks. Listen, it's Howie vision. And we're all living in it. But to make Howie vision livable again, we need DK Metcalf. Just look at it. Like think about it. You get Parker, people are happy. You get DK Metcalf, people are ecstatic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's from not getting a receiver at free agency and then passing up on all these guys.
Let's say we lose out on Parker. Then what?
Valdez Scantling? I don't know.
He was in Kansas City yesterday.
Yeah. I'd pick Valdez over Devontae Parker.
I think I would too. I would too. I would rather trade for Laviska Shenault and take a chance.
Yeah. Which no one's made a trade for yet.
Parker. Let me look it up. I want to see how many games he played last year. I'm pretty sure he's been hurt a lot. Let me see.
I'm going to check too.
I mean, he's a good player. He's a little old. He's 29. I want somebody young to come in that's going to be there for a while. I put in Devontae Parker. First thing comes up is injury reserve. That can't be a good sign.
515 yards in 2021.
520.
515 and 21. 793.
So the Cardinals are apparently interested in him
to replace Kirk.
Yeah, he had 40 catches. So yeah, he played. Let me see. So in 2019, he had 1,200 yards. And he played 16 games. In 2020, he played in 14 games. So he played in 10 games last year. So he played more games than I thought. and he only had 40 catches. When I look at his numbers, I see it looks like to me he's fallen off.
Yeah.
But I think, injuries would be a concern. I mean, but he definitely is an upgrade. He's definitely an upgrade. We can say that, that is definitely true.
Yeah, and how much it's going to cost. Hopefully, it's not a bidding war.
It can't be that much.
It
can't be that much. I mean, geez. I think a 4th round pick would be too much.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't give up a 4th. I was saying at least a 5th, and I think that's kind of going over the line right now.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they're saying, well, he's not cost effective. He's not cost effective, so maybe they're going to want more because he's not cost effective. I don't know. When it comes to
somebody said the Rams. Stacy says the Rams won a Super Bowl with less than what we have. We just need a passing quarterback. Minshew showed up. Show how good our receivers are. They had Cooper. I mean, Cooper Kupp is maybe the best receiver in all football. They had Odell Beckham Jr. They had Van Jefferson. They have pretty good wide receivers. I can't agree with that. And Stafford's got a cannon of an arm.
Mm-hmm.
Now, but I understand about what she's saying about the Gardner Minshew and stuff. I get it. Hurts is not a great passer. That's true. But I mean, those are pretty good receivers, though.
So what happens to Quez Watkins if they trade for Devontae Parker on top of having Pascal now?
Well, that's the question, right? Because are the Philadelphia Eagles really going to trade, or are they going to really bench? Like a lot of people act like that Rager's like the 5th receiver now. I don't know why people think that. I think Rager is the big part of their offense still because he's a 1st-round pick. You're paying him money, and we know how he doesn't like to give up on picks. I mean, did you hear the rumor? Did you hear the other rumor today?
What?
That Derek Barnett may be coming back?
No, I hope not.
There's rumors that Barnett might be coming back. Why? Because nobody wants him.
They paid him $10 million. The only guy they didn't restructure was him, and he got $10 million.
Guy had 2.5 sacks last year.
He's hurting us more than he's helping us anyway.
In his career, somebody said he had 20 sacks, 20.5 sacks, and 24 penalties. And that's ridiculous.
That's crazy, bro.
You have to find you have to get Rager out of there. Because I really think this is one of those situations where Howie's going to be like, no, you have to play Rager. I mean, look how they used Rager last year. It was they acted like he was the number 1 receiver.
Yeah.
Over Devonte.
Devontae's, yeah.
So it's just weird,
Yeah. Yeah, I don't get it.
It's crazy. It's really crazy to me. I want DK, a 1st round. Like I'll do 1st round pick. Maybe you could throw Rager in that trade. Trade Rager a 1st and like a 4th in 2023.
Like Rager's just going to be like a dump. Like, hey, we'll make this trade, but you got to take one of these guys.
Maybe they'll take Rager and think they can fix him.
Hopefully, maybe.
I mean, I want
We got Jason Power with the super chat. Appreciate it very much, man. Appreciate it very much, dude. It's tough, man. This has been a tough offseason. Like we were so excited, like that things were going to get made. And
I mean, I didn't expect him to go crazy. I just expected him to really try to make sure that they gave Hurts better weapons so that he could develop quicker. And I'm really shocked that they haven't. And yeah, I know that they went for some of these guys and they lost out on them, but like how hard were they pushing,
Apparently not hard. They weren't pushing hard enough.
No,
they were. They weren't. I mean, for Christian Kirk, I can understand, but
yeah. Well, I mean, I wanted Christian Kirk. I was hopeful we'd get him, but I wouldn't have paid him that kind of money either. So I get it.
It's funny. It's like they were interested in Juju last year, and had an offer on the table. He went back to Pittsburgh for 1 year. Then they had all this interest this offseason. And then when free agency started, reports came out they weren't interested. So I have a feeling that Juju said no to the Eagles, or I don't know.
Probably, if I had to guess, it probably had to do with money. They probably said this is what he's looking for. Probably.
Because I think if you have Derek Barnett coming back, it could allude to the Eagles going after quarterback, because they're not going to be able to get an edge rusher this year either. That could allude to that too.
I don't know why you would want to bring him back. Like there's actually, I do know why. There's one reason why they do it, because then Howie Roseman can say, "See, I drafted this player who made it out of his rookie contract. That's a win for me. Successful draft pick." That's how they think, dude. Here's another guy that we got through the rookie contract. He's still in this team in his second contract. I mean, Derek Barnett is trash. I'm sorry, he's trash. I know people like him because he recovered that fumble. I like that he recovered that fumble, but it wasn't worth the 14th pick overall.
No, you had Hassan Reddick to pick right before.
Hey, you had what? TJ Watt, I think, went later in that draft.
Yeah,
too.
That's insane. They got to get their crap together. They got to get.
I am not sure what's happening with this team right now, dude. I'm not sure if their plans went to hell and they had no backup plan, or this is the plan all along. People who think that they're going to draft 3 players in the first round, I think, are going to be very surprised when they don't. I think
that's what everyone thinks. That's what everybody thinks. I don't know why you're to me, it makes no sense. If we had the quarterback right now, maybe they would, but you always want your security for next year. And if in case this guy doesn't work out or whatever, if they're trying to make a move at quarterback after this year, I mean, who knows if Jalen Hurts is even going to last 10 games this year? If I'd be open, I think me and you agreed with that. We're open to a Gardner Minshew, Jalen Hurts competition this offseason, which I'm totally fine with. Yeah. I'm totally fine with, because look, I like Jalen Hurts' mindset, his mentality. He works hard. Devonte Smith had an interview, I think, the other day on Hurts, and he's hearing all the outside noise, but he's not listening to it. I can understand it, but his mentality has got to match his play. His play has got to show up. And if
Hurts got the intangibles and the mentality and all that, and I don't think things will get to him.
Right.
But that still does that. That doesn't mean it doesn't translate that he becomes the quarterback of the future. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
To me, that's still a what if. I mean, I don't know, dude. I know people do not think the Eagles are going to draft the quarterback. I am not so sure of it anymore. Really, I'm really wondering. I don't know. I mean, what if they take Pickett to dinner and they like them? I have no idea.
Yeah,
I don't know.
And it's not. Is taking him to dinner worse than a pre-draft visit?
No, it's more personal. It's a little more personal. It could be. I mean, it could be done for several reasons, right? It could be done because they want to talk to him on a personal level. They could be feeling him out. It could be also because they're trying to put a smokescreen out there for teams like Pittsburgh or whoever. And it could just be, that they like the guy. I don't know. I think when he comes in for a personal visit and then he's at dinner with Doug Peterson, or not Doug, but Jeffrey Lurie and
Howie Roseman,
and then I think there's something going on.
Then it's more serious. Yeah, with just Brian Johnson and a few scouts, it's not as serious, but it's still showing somewhat interest.
Yeah,
but. They didn't take Malik Willis out to dinner, but, it is what it is. But I see these teams like Seattle is interested in Matt Corral, or they're really looking at Matt Corral. I'm not seeing anything of the Eagles saying they're very interested, or we're not seeing any stupid reports like
that.
But
we're not even seeing reports about players. No. There's been no reports. We've heard, they had the Georgia defensive line guys there. That's normal to have the pre-draft visit. We have no idea.
No,
we have none. This team has been quiet.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Imagine how good Metcalf would look in Philly green.
Man, it would be awesome.
Hassan Reddick's just not enough for this. It's just not enough.
I think he helps. I think he helps on defense if they use him right. They got to use him right too.
Yeah,
That's the other thing. I think you have to be careful how you use him. He's, but I think if they use him right, I think he's going to help us. I definitely think that.
You expecting a double-digit sack season from him? Or are you expecting yeah? I mean,
I expect double digits. Yeah, you have to. He had double digit. I think the last 2 years on 2 different teams, right? So that's not bad. I expect it again. But I mean, I have no idea. All I know is DK Metcalf is out there, and I don't know what we're waiting for him. I don't care.
Christmas.
I just want it.
Because I'm telling you, like, if there's a trade that happens and it's not with the Eagles, if another team picks him up and we see the compensation for it, and it's like where it could have happened, and it's just,
Metcalf basically runs run route. Listen. I'll tell you about Metcalf. You watch Metcalf when he played the Eagles. He beat us on multiple different routes.
Oh yeah,
we couldn't stop him. I love DK Metcalf. I think that would be such a great pickup.
I agree. I do.
But I mean, if they didn't, if they're going to draft a quarterback, then they're not going to trade for him.
No. I mean, you're giving up 2 first-round picks. If you're trying to get in the top 7, if that's the case, you're losing 2 of your first-round picks, and you'll have 1 first-round pick. So what do you do? So are they trading that other? If they trade up for a quarterback, are they trading back with their other pick, and then that's it? I mean, that's your draft, and then you have a second-round pick that you have to try to hit. So it's going to be tight. It's going to be really tight.
I think it's going to be real tight.
Commissar with the super chat. I appreciate it, man. He said we could just draft wide receivers Smith and Watkins are stars.
I think there's some good wide receivers in this draft.
Definitely.
That's all I can say. I mean, I don't know. Do you trust Howie to pick the right receiver? I mean, we're 3 years in removed. This is the 3rd year in a row where we're talking about a wide receiver in the first round. That's not good.
No.
If he would have just hit, on DK Metcalf in the beginning of this, we wouldn't be talking about it. Right. If he would have hit on Jefferson, we wouldn't be talking about it. So I don't know that I trust them. But there are good receivers in this draft. I agree with that.
Yeah. I agree. No, I mean that they went there. Nick Sirianni was at Ohio State's pro day, which was good. They Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave, really good interviews, especially Garrett Wilson, growing up an Eagles fan, and kind of put Howie and Nick on notice too. Was like, I've come from a football family, and and usually the guys that are big fans of these their home teams or like their favorite team, and they're big work ethic guys, and they work really hard, and they looked really good. They had really good pro days. So he said me and Devonte Smith would be a problem. So there were some good things said. So, Nick, because Nick likes the wide receivers. So,
right.
It could be another receiver this year, but until everything else is panned out, if we trade for Devontae Parker or, a trade for DK, whatever happens here, if they acquire another one in free agency, I don't know if they go for a receiver in the first round now. So I'm not really sure, but I just don't know what's going to happen.
It just depends where we're at. I see. I guess I see it 2 ways. I see it like this: if we're going to go and go with Hurts and see if he's the guy, then I'm going to do a lot more to put players around him. If I'm not putting players around him to make that offense better, to help make him better, to help him progress, then you're saving picks for what? What are you saving and holding back for? The only conclusion I can come to is that they don't have the quarterback yet. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me to say we believe in Jalen Hurts, we're all in on Jalen Hurts, but we're not going to do anything to help him.
You're right.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. I mean, if you want, I mean, that's what I mean. Howie said that at the end of the year too. He talked about top priority was the pass rush, get into the quarterback. Talked about not having the right linebackers for Jonathan Gannon's scheme, and he talked about obviously, just acquiring more talent around Jalen Hurts, more weapons for him. So, but weapons,
they've done nothing.
I'm not seeing anything right now.
No,
nothing.
I agree.
So it's going to be one of those. I mean, for the more flexibility Howie has this offseason, he's done less work than when he had less. When he had less, he did more. When he has more, he's done less. So that's.
I mean, if you really want to give Hurts every opportunity to be successful, you have 3 first-round picks. You can take one of those picks and get a DK Metcalf. It is not going to hurt you in rebuilding your defense. It's not going to hurt you at all. You'll get an established veteran who, to me, is the closest I've seen to T.O., and he's the perfect complement to Devonte Smith. You really, truly would be helping Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
That's how I see it. I don't know. I don't know how else to see it.
Yeah, because I don't want to ask questions. Even with what he had last year, I mean, a lot of opportunity to make these receivers look a lot better than they did, and he didn't get it done. So we want to make sure that there's no excuse for Jalen Hurts next year. They have to make that happen. They can't keep what they have now. They gotta make changes. I mean, they have to. They can't be satisfied with what they have.
Right.
They just can't. The years are going on now because, JJ's going to be up for a contract in a couple seasons, Rager, a few more years, a couple more years. So, I mean, something's got to change sooner or later. I mean, I don't think they're giving these guys big contracts. I'd be shocked, but I wouldn't put it past Howie at the end of the day either. So,
right.
Don't force guys to play for you. If, stop trying to justify these picks.
Yeah,
that there's a chance every year. Like he's getting better. Like I between Rager and JJ, I can't even tell who's better or who's really separated from the pack, really, because I don't care about these scrimmages this offseason. I don't give a crap about that. Like I want to see productivity. Like we only have 3 preseason games now, so I won't believe a damn thing that happens. Like we'll report all the stuff that happens and who makes plays and all that, but you can't believe we thought that after Nick Sirianni yelled at Jalen Rager at that practice, and we thought there was a big turnaround going to happen with him.
I'm not believing any of it anymore.
No, I'm not.
I should have learned from watching Ben Simmons' Instagram videos of him shooting. I should have known when they showed that Instagram, that video of Reagor making the one-handed catch in practice. I was like, oh, Rager's about to go off. What a dumbass I was. I'm not falling for it anymore.
We all fell for it.
I'm not falling for it.
But he got a touchdown the first game. We're like, okay, good start. He had 40-something yards and a touchdown, so it wasn't crazy. He didn't really get targeted that much, but
yeah,
it just got worse. It got worse after that. We got a super chat from Eagles gang. Says, remember when the Eagles helped McNabb, so they got T.O. Now with Hurts, now I think they will get DK. So if DK gets signed, you're flipping out. I mean, you're flipping out. They get him.
Oh my God! Like, dude, I'm gonna lose my mind. I might have to run around naked. I'm gonna be so happy. It's not going to be a sight that you want to see, but it might have to happen. Like, I'm going to be flipping out if they get oh my God. Yeah. Because to me, that whole offense changes like instantly.
Yeah.
With DK Metcalf.
Yeah. I mean, you're not just getting a guy with big body. You're not just getting some you're getting more than that. You're getting
a legit speed guy, a big legit speed guy on the outside. I mean, isn't that kind of what you want? A speed guy with size that can go up to the high point and catch a ball. I mean, Hurts can just throw it up and he can get the 50-50 balls. The red zone is going to be improved. Devonte Smith is going to be able to blossom, and to me, I think it's the perfect compliment, man.
Yeah. No, it's. I mean, there's videos I saw because I love watching DK on mic'd up moments and stuff like that. And there's times where he's running routes. The corner will deflect the ball, but because he runs into the wide, the DB, and he falls to the ground, he's hurt. Like he hurts people just by running routes.
Did you ever see the play where he ran down what's his face?
Yeah, I forget.
Carolina, Arizona. I mean, God, I love DK Metcalf. That's like the one that got away from me like a few years because I thought we were going to get him.
Yeah. We got super chat Oliver Ross. What's going on? Appreciate it, man. So I know you were both really high on DK Metcalf, but just look up the video compilation of DK's lack of awareness and the drama with Shannon Sharp. He is good, but he is a headache. That's getting worse.
Listen, none of these guys are the perfect player. They all have their flaws. We could probably pick out things that every person or every player is not good at. So is he does he lack of awareness sometimes? Is that a possible flaw? Possibly, but the talent overweighs the flaws so much.
Yeah,
you're getting a 24-year-old who is, I mean, he's big, he's fast, and why can't he mature and get better? I don't understand that. That's not going to scare me off. Are we really going to look at every little flaw guy has and say, well, we can't have him? Do we say Devonte Smith, too small, never should play? Tyreek Hill, too small. We could say different things about every guy in the NFL. We can pick out their flaws. But just from a talent standpoint, I don't think there's very many guys in this league like him. See, that's my whole thing. I want these guys that are, in my opinion, game changers or not easy to get, like the Tyreek Hills, DK Metcalf. I think when they come available, I think you have to jump on it. I really do.
Yeah,
nobody's going to be perfect.
Yeah. Like we could say Devonte Smith has flaw because Devonte Smith has had his little things on the sideline with Jalen Hurts, which I think more of that's going to happen. Like I actually have a feeling that more of that is going to happen with, a few things. Devonte Smith, like they're not giving Devonte Smith what he wants, and that's number one. You're hurting his money after his rookie deal. You're hurting his money, so that's hurting. He goes to Nick Sirianni. You give me the ball, doesn't give him the ball. Goes up to Jalen Hurts numerous times.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know there's different levels of headaches. Like AB. Russell Wilson when he went right. AB, that's a headache. The guy taking off his equipment, dancing, or running off the field. I mean, that's a problem. But people used to say this about Terrell Owens. Well, Terrell Owens is a headache. He's this, that. I never had a problem with that because I looked at it like the guy's a competitor. He wants the ball. Right. So I can put up with that kind of stuff. There's certain levels of it that you have to put up with it, especially from a receiver, because receiver tends to be a little more of a selfish positions. The question is, to me, is DK Metcalf going out there and getting arrested? Is he drunk driving? Is he off the field a problem? That I don't know. And Russell Wilson I just watched Russell Wilson at a press conference, and he was talking about how DK Metcalf is one of his best friends. So whatever headaches he supposedly gave Seattle, it wasn't that bad.
Oh, there you go. Another wide receiver off the board for the Eagles. Valdez-Scantling signs a 3-year, $30 million contract with KC.
DK. D mother humping K. I forget what his real name is, but it's awesome.
Yeah, he sounds like a Greek god.
He sounds like a Greek god. I swear. So Scantling's there. The next thing we're going to see is next one's Parker, right? Parker's going to be the next guy we're going to hear about. Parker's the next guy.
Yeah, Parker's going to get signed by somebody.
He's going to get traded, probably the Eagles, and then everybody will say that we got a star wide receiver, and we'll overhype him, and I'll probably be guilty of that too because I'll fall into the trap because I just want them to do something so bad.
Yeah, it's
but I say why go for that when you can go take a chance to really change everything?
Just be aggressive and go at. Just give this guy a weapon already. It's already like the 11th day of free agency. Like, go get somebody. Like, you've let everybody walk by you. You've literally got into maybe some interaction with acquiring somebody, but you've backed out of almost everything. Like, go make a trade. Go make something happen. Complete this free agency. You get DK. I'm good. I'm fine with the rest of what happens. I'm good with going into this draft. If we don't go after a quarterback, this is perfect. You get DK.
Let me tell you, dude, I don't even mind drafting or trading for DK and then still drafting a receiver. I'd be open to that. I don't care. But I mean, I don't know. If you really want to change things for Jalen Hurts, you got to give him weapons, man. You got to. The Kalen Zacharias. That name's awesome. Dude, if I ever have a boy, I'm naming him the Kalen Zacharias. That is awesome.
That's funny.
That's the greatest name ever. That is the greatest. That is such a Greek god name. You know? The Kalen Zacharias, the Greek god of football.
He'll just drop down at the NovaCare. Drop down. Oh, my God.
Yeah, I mean, the whole Parker thing, I acknowledge that it's an upgrade, but it's not. It's like my 10th, 11th, 12th choice. You know?
Yeah. Jay says, would DK even play in Philly after being passed on by Howie?
That's the great thing is he's under contract. So you just bring him in. I bring him in, and all Howie Roseman has to say is, just think about this, DK. We passed up on you, but we know it was such a mistake. You're such a good player that we had to go out and get you. I think that would instantly make him feel wanted.
Yeah. Well, that's what we heard. Like, he's got like this mentality thing. Like, DK keeps like a note in his locker that it has all the teams that passed up on him.
Let him cross us off, dude.
Yeah, right. And you know what? Like, I remember, what was it? I think the game we played him, he had a lot of yards on Slay.
He killed Slay,
but
dude.
Remember Schwartz said something to him before the game. He said, you're not Megatron or something.
You're not no Megatron yet, or something like that. Like, what a moron. Like, you know, and then Slay had to take the beating because he destroyed Slay that game.
He did. Slay was trying. I mean, he was getting pushed around. He's
just so big. You know. Now let me say this because I see Eagles Landed said that we're stop talking. I guess he wants to stop talking about DK. We're not getting him. I don't think we're going to get him because I don't think Howie will do it. But
right.
That doesn't mean he shouldn't. It's just perfect timing to do it, you know.
Buck says, you love this team so much it makes me pissed off. I obviously don't want to win. We obviously don't want to win Super Bowls. Look at the Rams; they do what it takes to win and spend bread. Hurts isn't the guy.
His thumbnail. That's hilarious. Oh man. I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be, you know, I don't know what's gonna happen. It's 11 days in the free agency, and it feels like the Eagles have done they've just hit the surface maybe a little bit on free agency. I mean, there's just nothing. There's just nothing
Schwartz
that's really.
I think Schwartz is didn't he just become the defensive coordinator somewhere?
I think he's an assistant, I think, or something.
He was an assistant in Tennessee last year. I don't know if he got another job.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't either.
That's the last thing I heard. I don't
See,
know.
I would have rather had Scantling than
Parker?
Than Parker.
Oh, 100%.
I would rather. I want younger guys. You know.
Scantling missed time last year too. He only had like over 400 yards, but he had like a back problem or something happened last year. So I don't know what happened.
Yep. Everybody's saying, "Oh, we're not getting DK. We're not getting DK." Hey, listen, those are the same people that were telling me we're not getting James Harden. You never know.
Mm-hmm.
I obviously don't expect it, but I believe that it's the right move. I believe it's the right move sitting out there for the Eagles right now, and I don't expect them to do it.
There's got to be.
Parker is such an Eagles type move. It's going to be Devonte Parker. I think it will.
Yeah, there's got to be more than that. Like, I feel like they're just like, are they interested in like just once in a while on these receivers? And they're looking at the cost, and that's what they're looking at. I mean,
Well, hopefully that Scantling going to Kansas City takes Kansas City out of the DK Metcalf sweepstakes.
yeah. I don't know. This sucks. This is like, I hate being on a mystery.
Well,
I
just wish I knew what the plan was. Like, if I understood what the plan was, I would be like all for it. Like, if I knew, like, okay, listen, we don't feel we have our quarterback, we're not going to go do it, then I would be like, all right, I get it, But I don't know what the plan is. I feel like the Eagles are almost, they put their feet on both sides, and they don't really commit either way. That's why I feel like everything that happened in free agency, it's like they had no bat. Well, like, what was plan A? What was plan B? What was plan C? Did the Eagles really expect to be this far along in free agency and not have made your offense any better? I mean, we're talking about an offense that is not better at all. It's the same offense. And bringing back the same guys only makes you on par what you had last year. This was an offense that was bad, that could not throw. How are they better? That's the thing. How are they better?
Yeah, you would think you're trying to increase that position. Like, you want to get your quarterback better. I mean,
not even that, Joey. But just think about it. If this is a run-first heavy offense, where's the improvement? Where's the other running back? You need another running back.
Yeah.
They haven't done it. What about, you could have still beefed up the interior of the offensive line. They haven't done it. Like where's the improvements?
Like,
how are we helping Hurts?
Even late in free agency too, like, they don't have any depth signings. Like, not even a coaching change. Like, we don't even have like a coaching change yet. Like, you would think by now, like, not one coaching change, like no depth pieces, like nothing, like not like a backup offensive lineman from another roster, or like nothing. Like, they've done absolutely business. If Hassan Reddick's not signed, like, I don't know where this team would be right now. Like, they're lucky he signed. Like, they're lucky he's from Camden, New Jersey. Lucky he wanted to come back. I mean, they're lucky.
Yeah, I agree. So what? I mean, so if we're reading the tea leaves, what does it all mean? That's why I don't know. Why do I seem upset? Oh, I'm not upset. I'm worked up about. I was very frustrated yesterday with the Tyreek Hill thing. I kind of blew a gasket because I just don't know how you pass up on trying to get a guy that is such a game changer. And it was all the other players that we missed out on in free agency. Mm-hmm. Now I'm more like trying to figure out what this team is like. What is their real plan? Because now I'm starting to think that maybe, like, at first I was thinking, well, things aren't going their way. They're just missing out on these guys. They're trying, but they're not getting them. Now I'm starting to think maybe this is the plan all along. Maybe the plan is to keep your picks, not spend a lot of money, and draft one of these quarterbacks. And I don't know.
Yeah. No, I get it. You could try to. I mean, let's see. Benny Boom says, I'll give Seattle first, 160th pick, and Rager for DK.
On me too.
I'd be fine.
I think you would get it. I literally think a first round pick and like
a mid round
or Dillard would get it done. A mid round. I think it gets it done. He's not going to cost you as much as Tyreek Hill.
Yeah,
he's not.
Yeah,
he's not even looking for as much money as Tyreek Hill.
I mean, all these receivers are looking at all the bread that these guys are getting right now.
$30 million is the new standard for the top of the line receivers. So between 20 and 30 million is where these guys are going to make. That's just the facts. So I think he's probably around 25 million, but that's it. That's the going rate for these guys. And if you don't want to play that game, then you're not going to have any good receivers on your team. Unless you draft studs, and then they're going to come up, their contract's going to come up, and then they're going to want to get paid. So you got to pay the price. You got to pay the cost of freight. That's just the way it is now.
Buck says, why do you guys put so much faith in Roseman when all he does is let us down? Everyone should
I
be
don't.
pissed that he signed himself back.
I know. I don't. Joey will tell you, I have no faith in him.
No.
That's why I say we're living in Howie vision, because I don't have any faith in him.
Yeah.
You know, but it's like we can't do anything about it, though. You know, we just have to hope that something will work.
It's because we love this team so much and we miss, winning a championship. We want to get back to that again. And, Howard Roseman signed that 3-year extension.
Was the biggest signing. That was their biggest free agency signing, was Howie Roseman, 3-year deal.
Yeah.
Seriously. Yeah. No receivers worth $30 million. Well, yeah, but that's what it costs now. And that's not going to change. The price of receiver will not go down. Just like the price of quarterbacks will not go down. I don't know that any quarterback's worth $240 million.
No.
But that's it. That's what it costs.
Yeah.
Howie Vision, slow build or no build? I don't know. Or no build.
Yeah, I think once we start seeing like some of these, you got 30 pre-draft visits. They already used up 2 of them already. If they bring in a quarterback, I just have that feeling. Once Howie Roseman, Jeffrey Lurie sit down with a quarterback, I think we're going towards a different direction in this draft that we didn't think we were going to be going.
I think if free agency continues to go the way it has for us, and we don't make a trade and drastically upgrade that offense, then I think that's their intention.
Yeah.
And maybe they'll look at, and even if they get a Devonte Parker, I don't think it's such a big move that it changes the complexion of your offense a ton, or the Eagles' plan. I think Devonte Parker is a upgrade. He's going to be an upgrade, but I don't know. There's guys I would take right now over him.
Oh yeah. Oh, definitely. It makes some trades. Something. The trade, like, that's why we thought when they weren't going after everybody in free agency that they were kind of letting everybody pass by him. That now it's like, okay, maybe he's trying to work another trade since they tried to do with Calvin Ridley.
What I was thinking was these receivers are making a ton of money. The Eagles don't want to pay a receiver at that kind of money right now. So what Howie will do is he'll look for a guy with a contract up in a year or two, and he'll trade for him. And that made perfect sense to me for the time being, but they had an opportunity like with Robert Woods, and no, he didn't want to come to Philly, wanted to go to Tennessee. So It just makes you wonder.
And then you look at the price tag for even Robert Woods. It was a price tag of $14 million for the year. So probably not going to pay that. Because I don't see him. No, 30 years old and into ACL. No, I wouldn't have went for. I wouldn't have went for it because that's why people don't. And people don't, even last year, like, people don't see that. The Eagles locked up a lot of players last year. You know what I mean? So we would have had more cap space if we didn't lock up Mulata, Dallas Goedert, Vontae Max, all those guys. So it comes to contention of what the cap hit's going to be. But what's really bad with this team right now is going like 3rd, 4th worst in dead cap with like $34 million. Even when you looked at like Matt Ryan getting traded, like they did a lot for Matt Ryan more than the team. Like they got a $40 million cap hit and they only got a 3rd round pick for Matt Ryan. Like I thought that was ridiculous. Like you got to, if you're getting hit with a big dead cap hit, you got to ask for more compensation. The 3rd round pick for Matt Ryan. That's just insane.
You got Elliot Shore Parks put up Parker's cap hit. He says it's extremely friendly. $5.6 million in 2022, $5.7 million in 2023. Now, here's my problem with this. When we're looking at receivers, and the first thing we care about as fans is their cap hit, that doesn't excite me, dude.
No.
That doesn't excite me.
Well, because when fans, we want to see, because that's what Howie Roseman, that's what he looks at. Like he's looking at we're seeing like he's stooping down to more of the affordable guys that have less, that either more injury prone, less talent, and we're skipping on guys that he could make room for. If he wants somebody, he can make room for a certain receiver coming here, but we're like down the low totem pole with these guys. Like Pascal is like $1.1 million. We signed guys less than $2 million per year. Like it's so like
I know.
so cheap, man. It's so cheap.
I know. It's crazy.
It's just nuts. Like,
yeah, I mean, there's not a lot. There's not a lot that I feel like super excited about right now, to be honest with you. It's just the truth.
I get it.
I mean, ever since Ojabo went out, everything got hurt. Everything's been
No, fucking no.
What?
I didn't read that. Oh my god. All right. You relax. You in a good spot right now. You relaxed right now.
We got Parker. Parker.
It's worse. It's worse.
What could be?
They re-signed a player back.
Oh fuck, man! Get the no. They
yeah. They did. Yeah. Derek Barnett is back.
What a loser this guy is, man.
He's back.
Guy stinks. He sucks. He's shit. Why is nobody wanted him? He's fuck. I fucking hate this shit.
2-year deal.
Oh, what a shit move that is.
I don't know.
That is a shit move. Listen, nobody wants Derek Barnett. That's why he's back with us. Now how he's going to be like, well, we got him back. Drafted this guy in the first round. Now he's back, and he's ready to play again. So that's a check. What a successful draft pick. He sucks. He's ass. He's shit.
We're going quarterback.
This can't be true.
We're going quarterback.
They're not even going to draft a defensive end now.
No, because of that move? No, not now.
That's shit, dude. That can't be real. I think they're fucking with it.
It's not.
Oh, it is. It's confirmed.
It's confirmed, bro.
I just broke my phone.
Everyone. John Clark confirmed it. Not Rappaport yet. JPA Football put it 2-year deal.
That's some bullshit.
That sucks. You know, we were just talking about this like 10 minutes ago.
I need to break something.
He's not learning, bro. He's not learning. Of all the issues they had with Barnett since his first, like, his 1-year wonder year, okay, this friggin' guy is just a penalty magnet, not living up to be the number 14 pick, always injured, cares about himself more than the team.
Dude, I might have to steal this clip.
No, go ahead, steal it. I might put it up too, because honestly, it's BS. It's BS.
Guy sucks, man. Why would you pay him anything? Dude, I wouldn't give him $5 to play. I wouldn't pay him $5. What the fuck are we doing?
That's not. Well, I want to see how much this crap is. Probably nothing.
The guy made $10 million last year.
Eagles have signed foreign pick. I don't know what the number is. I gotta see how much, but still, it's.
I think I broke my phone though. I chucked it.
Yep, Philadelphia Eagles just put it on their Twitter.
Wow, let's brag about signing Derek Barnett, the greatest signing ever. Get the hell out. The guy. So here's what we know. I promise you right now, it'll be 3rd and 2 with about 1:40 left in the game. Eagles will have 0 timeouts with a chance to get the ball back, trailing by 3. Derek Barnett will go off sides and screw us.
No, I don't trust him. I don't trust him at all. I don't.
There is no blessing in disguise for Derek Barnett.
No.
He got 2.5 sacks last year. There's nothing good about this. There's nothing good to come of this. There's nothing that should happen. This should never happen. I'm so pissed off right now. I am so pissed off. Why can't we let our trash go? Like, why is there so much, and especially since the Super Bowl, like, I felt like they're hooked on keeping the guys that we've had here. How can anybody be happy that they signed Derek Barnett?
No.
How can anybody be happy about it? I'm gonna burn this shit down. I don't know. Howie Roseman should never have gotten an extension.
No, it's. What did this
Well,
guy
they're not
do
drafted defensive end in the first round.
No,
because they got Reddick, and now they brought Stinkface back. So now you're gonna have to. So now it's a defensive tackle. It's going to be a defensive tackle. No, Miss Philly ain't getting no tonight because Philly.500 is going limp.
Going limp tonight.
This shit is so depressing.
Dude, Howie is I don't know. This isn't good. This is not good.
I'm waiting for the Devonte Parker. Eagles signed Devonte Parker. They trade for him. 3rd round pick.
Yeah, they give him a 3rd round pick for him. Forget it. Now you want to give up picks.
Dude, think about it. Derek Barnett could not go anywhere else. Nobody wanted him but us.
He's a problem. He's just a problem. He's literally like you get paid $10 million, didn't get restructured last year, hurts us more than helps us, penalties. And Nick had huge problems with him too. It's always this guy. Remember, he was like, you saw him on TV, like with these penalties, it's just nonstop. Like the pushing, the shoving, like the extra crap that's ruining drives for us.
I can't believe we re-signed this shithead.
Everybody's flipping out right now.
They're not getting better. This is like what are they trying to run it back last year?
Because
what do we win?
Because it's cheap. It's a cost-effective deal. That's what this is.
I know. I would rather go with a rookie.
Yes,
in the 5th round.
I would grab Ojabo coming off an Achilles than grab him right now. I would get Ojabo in the 2nd round on an Achilles than grab this guy right now.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. I see Jay Wheels makes a good point. He says, and thank you for super chat. He says, if Barnett can get a re-up, Rager is next up for a Kirk-like deal. See, this is the thing. People don't realize the Eagles are going to use Rager heavy in their offense. Rager is a big part of the plans because Howie Roseman does not like to give up. See, the only reason Barnett has value to the Eagles is because now Howie Roseman can act like his draft pick got to a 2nd contract with the Eagles. So it makes his resume look better, but it's a farce.
But the productivity is not there. Like, how do you? No. It doesn't matter if the productivity is not there. If his stat sheet doesn't match with how many years he's played and how many times people are injured, it doesn't match up. Regardless, how does that make him look good?
I don't know. I don't know. I can't wait to hear people say, "Hey, great move, great."
I'm not seeing that. I mean, who the hell is saying that? Because I don't see one person.
Dumb move.
There's a picture I saw. It's a guy like in the mirror, and he's holding like a gun to his head, and he's smiling in the opposite direction.
Dude, there's only one way to make this shit up to me. It's it. Only one way to make this shit up to me. You have to get DK Metcalf now. That's it. There's no other move. The whole offseason's done. I thought I was past this Derek Barnett shit. I could let it go. Now he's back for another year of torture with penalties and all. He has more penalties in his career than sacks. Oh God, I don't even want to do a video on it, dude. I don't even want to talk about it.
Oh man, this is damn. Signing all these players back, just let's be lazy, not go out, be aggressive.
That's what we have to ask ourselves. Like, what is the plan? What are they trying to do? Get ready for Flip Exploder. Oh my God. I know. My biggest rants last year were on Derek Barnett because he just did the stupidest things at the stupidest times. I think this is horrible.
This is bad.
What are we trying to accomplish this whole
We're
season?
It's not a rebuild. It's we're going backwards. we're going backwards.
I mean, it's like you would think by the way that they're going this all season that they've literally won a Super Bowl last year. Like they're trying to run it back with the same players. We won 9 games in a really bad division and conference for that matter. You know,
Yeah.
like now we're going to deal with this. I don't know, man. I think it's like I think it's horrible, dude. I don't know. I mean, like what can you say after a while? It's like I just got to be honest. You know, I'm usually a pretty positive guy when it comes to the Eagles, but like some of the stuff they're doing, I just don't get. You know, I just don't get it.
Everybody's pissed. Everybody. I mean, people on Twitter are pissed. Like this is not a good move. This isn't a good move. You're better off getting anybody in the first. You're better off getting anybody with you.
Dude, isn't Jadeveon Clowney still out there?
Yeah, he hasn't signed.
I would have took Jadeveon Clowney in a second before I would have took him.
Right.
You know, I'm telling you, it's going to be a 3-point game in the fourth quarter with like a minute 30 left. It's going to be a 3rd and 3. Eagles have no timeouts. They just use their last timeouts, but they can get the ball back with a chance to win. And Derek Barnett's going to jump off sides, and it's going to give the team a first down. Like that's what we're in store for. You know, or like there's going to be like a game, Carson deep in the fourth quarter, Eagles Washington tied with 2 minutes left. Carson throws picked off by Darius Slay. And then, boom, penalty, roughing the passer, Derek Barnett. And it's going to cost us the game. It's guaranteed to happen. And not, here's the thing that gets me. They signed him to a 2-year deal. Not a 1-year deal, a 2-year deal. So I have to put up with this guy for 2 more years?
Unless they made it to where, like, if they let go of him after 1 year, they won't take a hit from it.
What do you want him for? Dude, pick any defensive lineman in the draft, and you have a guy the guy had 2.5 sacks last year.
Rylan says, appreciate Super Chat, says this re-signing is horrific, absolutely terrible. It's pretty bad.
Horrendous. It really has to make you wonder what is going on with this team. What is this team's real intentions and plans? Because I don't feel like we're a team trying to be contenders next year. Do you really feel like this team is building towards contendership? Like are we really trying to build a team that is ready to go win a division and get to the NFC Championship game? Are we really doing that?
You're going.
The guy had 20 solo tackles last year and 2 sacks. He had 2 sacks. Okay, his career high in sacks is 6.5 in 2019. 6.5.
That's it for a 14th overall pick.
In
not even getting better.
Then it went to 20. Then in 2020 it was 5.5 and then 2.
Yeah,
so his numbers are declining.
He's hurt all the time. He's hurt every year.
He stinks. He still played 13 games, had 5.5 sacks. How many games?
So I don't know what they're thinking. So they signed Derek Barnett now. So like what? So are they they're gonna try to help this edge rush help this middle pass rush and maybe getting a wide or getting a
I think it's clear if they don't draft a quarterback, I expect them to draft one of the tackles from Georgia.
Yeah,
they're gonna beef up the interior. They already got Hassan Reddick, so they really got 2 edge rushers already. I don't expect them. I mean, they may take Ojabu like late, but Barnett played all 16 games last year. And he had 2 sacks. What a trash.
He's healthy, and that's what happens. He's healthy, and he doesn't produce.
We're all just living in it. That's it. It's Howie Vision. I expect the next foot to drop is going to be Devonte Parker, and it's going to be one of those to satisfy the fans.
Oh my God!
I can't believe I have to deal with this guy for 2 more years.
Maybe he just will play better.
I don't even want to do a video on it.
No.
Like I'm gonna have to make 2 different videos. I can't do a Devonte Parker video and a Derek Burnett video, and like I can't do it because I can't have my night be miserable.
Bobby Murphy, two sacks for a 2-year extension.
2 sacks, yeah, right. The only reason they signed him is he's cheap, and it's another notch in Howie Roseman's belt on his resume to say that I drafted a guy that got a second contract with us. That's it.
But what does that prove? It doesn't prove anything. I don't get it.
It just doesn't prove it. It just looks good on paper. You know, it's all.
I don't even get that statement because
it's like if you're in a race, right?
Okay.
It's like 2 people in a race, you and a guy with no legs, and then you win, and then you put on your resume, "I won this race." You don't say that there's only 2 people in there. They just think you're some winner who won some race. Yeah, but the guy had no legs. That's what it's like.
Oh my god. Oh, screw.
2 years, $20 million. Get the shit. No,
it's not.
No, it's not. No, that can't be. They cannot be giving him $10 million a year. That can't be true. That can't be true.
I'm not seeing it. That's no.
Brandon Lee Gowton said, if you love the 2020 Eagles, you're gonna love the 2022 Eagles. I know. It's the same thing. I gotta find out how much he made.
It gotta be. Let's see what this is. There a number? I gotta see.
It can't be $20 million. Wow.
Oh man.
That can't be, man.
No, I'm not seeing that.
That will be I will friggin' lose my shit.
Eagles on search to the second contract that wasn't deserved. Yeah, true that. True that.
He ran a race with 2 people. Him and no-legged guy. This is some Howie Vision shit, dude. Howie Vision at the finest. You know? This is like when Wanda on WandaVision thinks her kids are real. You know what I mean? That she's manipulating things. This is it. Derek Barnett's like Howie's kid. If Barnett got $20 million for 2 years, oh man, no, it can't be. It can't be. It's got to be. It's got to be like 2 years, $10 million, which to me is still too much.
Our Graven Super Chat appreciates this. Barnett is the Greg Ward of Boston Scots.
No, it's worse than that because he's a first round pick.
That's what I'm saying. He's an early first round pick too. It's not good.
I'm trying to see how much. I can't find anywhere.
No, I think someone just played. I think someone just said that to play a joke.
Oh my god, because that would be devastating.
Yeah, people are asking how much right now. People are asking how much.
It's got to be cheap. It's got to be cheap. But to me, it just shows you that nobody wanted him. Nobody wanted him. Wow.
Maybe he's more. Look. Think about it like this. Maybe he's more of a situational pass rusher. Maybe they're not going to start him opposite side.
The situation, but I mean,
we need a penalty.
Like if you need a penalty, there's this perfect situation. Like he's not going to get sacks. It's not like are they going to call him like a pass rush specialist? The guy has 2 sacks last year. Wow, dude.
I'm dumbfounded right now.
Yeah, dude. That's crazy. I just.
We got a super chat from Brennan Hydebar. It says, breaking news, Philadelphia Eagles signed Nate Gary to a 1-year deal.
Why not?
Details. Might as well. Get him back.
Yep. Get him a good set of high heels to run on. And we're good to go. This is horrendous, dude. I'm gonna lose my shit. I'm gonna have to go, dude, because I have to go do a video before I go back to work. Now that this shit all broke, I got to try to get 2 videos up because I don't want Derek Barnett to be my last video of the day. I just
You want to end on a good note.
I have to at least Parker somewhat good news. You know, oh my God, I don't even want. How do I even talk about this? Oh my God! All right,
2 years, 300 million.
Wow.
Yeah, dude, it's bad. It's really bad, bro.
Yeah, this team. I have no idea what they're up to, but none of this makes any sense. You can't tell me that this is a team trying to put a competitive team on the field.
No, they're not. They're not.
You know, they're not trying to. They're not trying to take a jump next year. They're not. They're just playing. They're just trying to be somewhat where they were this year. There's something going on here that we don't know what it is, man.
Yeah, I don't blame you, bro.
All right, dude. Well, thanks for having me on.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm gonna have to go knock these videos out before I go. So,
all right, man. I'll see you in a little bit. I'll talk to you.
All right, bye. Man. See you, everybody.
Appreciate it, man. Oh man, I don't know, guys. That sucks. I saw that, it's so funny because I saw that at the corner of my eye. I went on Twitter real quick while he was talking, and I literally sat there and I was like, you got to be – I started laughing because we just started talking about like 10 minutes ago, and I was like, you have got to be kidding me. I don't know. We don't know how much you got. 2 sacks last year, guys, and just a total. I can't believe they're going backwards right now. What a joke, bro. My nightmares are starting to become a reality. Why, bro? Shout out to Eagles Uncensored. He does cover the Eagles on his channel, another content creator. Please subscribe to him if you guys haven't. Zachary says, Joey Shakes, Eagles fans are the reason when no one wants to sign in Philly. Ask around the league. We're the laughing stock of the fan base. I love this team so much, dude. I love this team so much. You're going backwards, dude. You're going backwards. You're going completely backwards. You're not trying to win a championship. You're not trying to rebuild. You're going absolutely backwards. Backwards. Yeah, no problem, bro. No problem, man. You guys put it in the universe. Dude, this is upsetting, man. Like, he can't be the one thing he can't be starting on the defensive line. He's got to be rotational. You're not starting Barnett over Josh Sweat next year. I don't care what anybody says. I don't even care at this point. I'd rather pick up Ojabo coming off of a damn Achilles right now than pick Derek Barnett up for 2 sacks last year. A 1-year wonder defensive end at 14 overall pick. Yeah, he's got to make some videos before he goes. He's going back to work, so he's got to make some videos because he is working today. So he was going to stop by for a little bit. So I appreciate Philly.500 for stopping by. I think that I don't know. This is starting to indicate. This is really. It may not indicate they're getting a QB. It could indicate that they're not getting a defensive end with one of their first round picks. It could because they brought in Devonte Wyatt and Jordan Davis. So. What did he get paid? What did he get paid? I need to know what he got paid. It's definitely a team friendly contract. He had no interest Derek Barnett had no interest, period. No, 500 was in here way before that. We were just talking about like the Eagles going after quarterback, and then I'm actually gonna put that clip up on YouTube because that sucks. Yeah, if it's 20 million, bro, forget about it. I'll be pissed. I'll be pissed. Nah, there's no way. There's just no way. It makes no sense, dude, to me. It makes absolutely no sense. Howie Roseman's going backwards, bro. Going backwards. Derek Barnett had 8 penalties last season, tied for most by any defensive end in the NFL. More penalties than sacks. What the hell, bro? Oh my god. I'm like sick to my stomach right now. Like this really pisses me off. If Howie paid $20 million for Barnett, he needs to be tarred and feathered out of Philly. Barnett signs a 2-year deal with the Eagles. It's just so funny because we were talking about Derek Barnett, and if they sign Derek Barnett, I mean, we just talked about it. I gotta literally put that clip together of us talking about Derek Barnett. If they bring Derek Barnett back, and then literally go to that clip where I was flipping out and like telling 500, "Are you in a good place? Can you relax right now?" I mean, oh man, it's bad. I gotta find those clips after this stream. It's bad. I gotta make a video on this too because I'm not done with this. 3-year deal for Howie Roseman, gave it a 2-year extension, a 2-year deal for Derek Barnett. Unreal, bro. Unfreaking real. Unreal. That sucks. Damn. It's always him. That's what Nick Sirianni said during the game. It's always him with these stupid penalties. That sucks. Now they're going after Devonte Parker now. They're going after Devonte Parker. This is horrible. This is probably the worst day. This is the worst day of free agency right now. Right now. I don't know what he's doing, Albert. I have no idea, but so I need to relax today. I'm going to make my video on Derek Barnett, and I'm going to put up obviously the clips of me and Philly.500, reacting to this happening because didn't think it was going to happen. So I think Barnett is definitely a depth move. So it's definitely a depth move. I think he's going to be a situational guy. He shouldn't be starting on the defensive line. He shouldn't be. So what it's telling me right now is they're not going after defensive end in this draft. But I think either they're going after quarterback. That's if anything. But I think this move could tell us that they're going after defensive tackle heavy in this draft this year, whether it's Devontae Wyatt or Jordan Davis. They've already brought both of them in on pre-draft visits, but it's just depth. It's just depth at the end of the day. But still, it's a team-friendly deal. It's not going to cost much. If it costs over $10 million a year, I'll be shocked. I'll be more pissed. It's not 2 years, $20 million, bro. I doubt it. that friggin' clip of Nick Sirianni walking on the sideline so pissed off. Just piss him. This is just. I can't. I don't know what to say. I don't even know what to say about it. I don't even know what to say about this move. It's just, what are they trying to screw up the season? Like, what are they doing? And then what they're going to do is they're going to throw us a stupid bone for Devonte Parker. They're going to, a guy that's almost declining, okay, that I think he's declining at 29 years old. They're gonna throw us a bone, and they're gonna sign Devonte. They're gonna sign Devonte Parker. What a piece of crap, man! What a piece of garbage. They're not drafting edge, Stoney. They're not drafting edge. They're not going to draft edge at all. They're not drafting an edge rusher. This tells you they're not drafting an edge rusher. They got two pre-draft visits. They're going to get a defensive. If they're not going after quarterback, they're going after a defensive tackle, which is already kind of showed. They already brought two defensive tackles. Like each team is allowed 30 pre-draft visits. So they bring in two guys, Jordan Davis, Devonte Wyatt, are your two guys right now. So it's either defensive tackle or they're literally going to be, boom, they're going cheap on the cheap, and they're just going to go get a quarterback, and they're going to take two. They're going to go in the top 6 to go get one of these two quarterbacks. That's what I think right now. What a bunch of BS, bro. What a bunch of BS. I can only sit here and just stare out in space because it's just insane. It's literally insane. All great with Super Chat says Eagles trade into top 5 for QB 3-2-1. Yeah, it's what it's sounding like right now. It's either they're going into the top 5 or they're going to be going to draft a defensive tackle this year. If Derek Barnett's a situational guy, I don't want him to start. I don't want Derek Barnett to start on this defensive line. I don't think getting a defensive tackle for him is going to help him. Period. I don't think it's going to happen. Howie Roseman's been nothing but, I don't know. This is a freaking joke. Freaking joke. Freaking joke. Unfreaking real, bro. No, don't even tell me it's $23 million, bro. Please don't do that to me right now. Don't do that to me right now. Please don't. There's no way. It's got to be Howie Roseman hasn't put much. This is some BS, bro. I'm sick to my stomach right now. That pisses me off. That really pisses me off. I'm done. I'm just done today. I'm just done today. Just done. What a joke. You think they go for a linebacker? I don't even care about that right now. Like, I'm so pissed off. I'm just so pissed off. Is that movie Cool Ends? Get hurts a lot, so next man up. The deal hasn't come out yet for what this deal is. Lloyd had a good pro day. Oh, Lloyd pro day? I don't know about his pro day. The combine, yeah, but Lloyd, I don't know his pro day. Yeah, he can't control himself, bro. He can't control himself. That's the problem. He can't. I don't trust him on the field because he cares about himself more than the team. He hurts the team more than he helps the team. Cody says, "Hop off, Joe. Take a break." I'm just done, bro. I'm done today. Like I'm gonna do a Derek Barnett video, and I'm done. I'm done for the day. I'm done. We'll be streaming tomorrow, but I'm done. No, he doesn't deserve a dime, Jacob. You're right. No, I don't care what the cost is. I don't even. I mean, I just want to know. I just want to know. But he don't deserve 1 cent, 1 penny. I mean, Nick Sirianni had issues with him. I mean, what did they not have? Did they not have a talk with him this offseason? Say, hey, we'll bring you back, but like you got to cut. Like, come on now. This is telling you, but guys, there's 346. I appreciate everybody. Look, I didn't know Philly.500 was going to come to chat today. Shout out to him. Obviously we have the Philly Shakedown this week, so we'll be talking more this week. This Saturday on everything that's been going on this week. But we'll have another stream tomorrow. 346. You guys haven't subscribed. Subscribe to the channel. Much love to everybody that joined the stream today. I know it sucks, man. We're gonna have more. We're gonna have another stream tomorrow. Like I said, guys, subscribe. Check out some of the content. We cover the Eagles every single day. We got a bunch of content up. Check the memberships down below. We do have a lot of draft highlight reactions, miscellaneous videos. Like the stream if you guys haven't either. So appreciate it. Does help out the channel a lot. It's horrible, man. I don't even know what to say. I mean, All right, I'm getting off. I can't do this. All right, guys, subscribe, like the stream if you guys haven't. I'm sorry. Like, I love everybody that joined the stream today. It's been absolutely insane today, but oh man, this is just a freaking joke, man. This is a joke. I'm sorry, guys. I want the stream for at least another hour. I mean, we're almost at 4 hours. I mean, 4 hours went by like poop, nothing. And then obviously this news came out. What the man? This is crazy. This is just crazy. But all right, guys, I am out. I'll see you guys tomorrow on another stream, day at 12 of free agency live reaction. We'll be talking more about this tomorrow, most likely. But today, I think we all deserve a break. I think we all deserve a rest and just try to get this off your mind. Do something else today and not think about this because it's crazy. Derek Barnett signs a 2-year deal with the Eagles. Eagles are interested in Devonte Parker. Yeah, throw us a bone for Devonte Parker. Yeah, that's what they're going to do to make this all go away. 2 sacks last year. 8th in penalties. Highest with defensive ends last year. Unfreaking real. Unreal. Just done deal today. It's enough. It's enough. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna head out. Subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't. Like the stream if you guys haven't. Much love to everybody that joined today. Sorry, but this is a shitty day. So All right, guys, enjoy your day, and I will see you guys later. Peace out. Love you all.